So would you believe it? And it was actually in comments. The mess these two jackasses left me after they broke in. Like, I got some shit to take care of. Can't do the show. These two break in and trash the joint.
Trash the place. Completely trash the place.
Absolutely. But you know what? They put on a hell of a show and held down the fort, which I'm greatly appreciative of. So thank you for that, gents. Welcome back, everyone. Your Scoundrels in the Cantina. We are back to full strength and ready to go because holy shit, we have a lot to go over. But as always, Old Man Logan 76, Avant, and Bob. We are back better than ever and ready to get neck deep in some swiggers.
Like Drew said, don't use any black lights in the cantina.
Don't do it.
Especially, there's a lot of urine, a lot of different.
You know, I was going to say, I'm really afraid of where this segment is going to go.
How many death sticks did you pick up? And
obviously, when I got back to the cantina, I didn't swab well enough because if you're going to start bringing in fucking black lights, like I'm going to discover all kinds of shit. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's better not to just keep it there.
Don't look, and you won't know.
My goodness!
Don't think about it.
So we have so much to go over, gentlemen. But before we do that, you know what? We wanted to have just a quick segment where we talk about us, what we're doing. So, Bob, Avant, what's going on in the game with you? Any tall tales, epic confrontations, anything extravagant to tell each other and the rest of the audience?
Well, first of all, I love you guys dearly. I just want to I just want to tell you how much I loved you guys. I just wanted to brag that, after Pico bought me the Slacker and the GL Ray pack that
you know what? Again, cheers to that man for doing that.
Yes, I love Pico. I also want to say shout out to Aussie Mike. He lets me use his 8GL account on Grand Arena streams, and he bought me a hyperdrive bundle for my alt. So I want to shout out to him too. Him and Pico have been so great to me. Also everyone else, but they're extra good to me, so I have to give them a shout out. But anyways, so after that, I've gotten Slacker. He's all pimped out. He's all ready to go. I am gearing up Ray right now. As I'm gearing up Ray, I'm unlocking GL Leia. So once GL Leia is unlocked, Ray will be geared up enough for me to unlock her ultimate. When her ultimate's done, I can do GL Leia's ultimate, and I will only have 1.5 GLs left before I have all 8. So I'm actually, from being a content creator for about 3 to 4 years, I'm finally able to have an account that I can be proud of as a content creator. And not just, I'm still a dumbass, but a dumbass with a great content creator.
You know what? Now that you mentioned the whole dumbass part, let's try to fill everyone in that before we went live, a certain individual said, yo man, I got to start paying more attention. And that's true.
I've been watching a lot more videos lately, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Bit Dynasty, I'm going to watch you for the first time this week. I promise you.
We have got to get that man on the show. We do. Eventually, we have to have that man on the show. That would be because
the time zone difference would be probably terrible.
Probably would.
He would be very interesting to talk to.
And I'll admit, I'll tell him
I asked out for galactic challenges. Then, and we said this off air, and Avant, you said like 1/3. I'm like, I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
Everybody's spamming. Tell him Bones despises you, and he wants to have a one-on-one with him on the podcast live.
It's such an unreasonable dislike. I don't understand why you were so against this. Really, no.
I would love a Jeopardy style segment with Bones versus Bit Dynasty.
I'm taking Bit.
Where Bit Dynasty lets Bones answer just to see what his answer is, and then answers correctly.
That would be fun. But just to clear the air, the dislike is like Bad Batch. They're both amazing. Bad Batch, Bit Dynasty, they're one of the best. But they're the answer to everything. I don't want to use Bad Batch. I don't want to go watch this video. I want you to tell me how to do it, and I want you to tell me how to do it without Bad Batch. You know what I mean? But we'll leave it at that though. But Avant, what about you, brother? What's been going on with you?
So since we've done our last, the three of us Cantina show,
It's been a minute.
I acquired my first. Well, not acquired. I gave my first character all three Omicrons.
Ow!
Oh. And
It was
who
Gideon.
pray tell would that be?
It was Beskar
Torn
Gideon.
meniscus. It was torn meniscus, aka Malicos.
You can't, like, I do not fault you for that whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a given, man. I did the same.
Yeah.
So the inspiration was my pure hatred for 3v3 Ray with the stacking defense level 6 Datacron,
And Malicos eats it.
because he ignores defense with true damage.
Mhm.
Except I lost in my GAC attack yesterday with Malicos. But GAC, I have been killing it. I went 2-1 in the first week. I went 3-0 in the second week, and that put me in the top 500 of Kyber 1. And now I'm going to get my ass kicked and go 0-3.
You just said you're in the top 100?
500.
500. That's still damn
So
good,
you're
man.
I was
You're,
497. I was 497 before this match that ended today. So
Well,
it's little old me with my 11 million account going up against 12 and 13 million accounts with like relic 9s everywhere and full relic 8 squads and shit that I don't have, that I can't really compete with unless I'm really, really lucky. And every opponent has the Old Man Logan Datacron set where the whole screen is full of level 9 Datacrons.
damn. I'm still bearing cups, man, in Kyber 2. Okay, so the last iteration of 5v5, I went 3-0. The first iteration of 3v3, I went 0-3. And then I went 3-0 again. So I've went 3-0, 0-3, 3-0 in Kyber 2. So I'm holding my own, man. I'm doing pretty good. And guess what? You guys don't have to know the kits. You don't have to act like you know everything around here. You don't have to. If you just click hard enough, guess good enough, figure it out on your own. I'm in Kyber 2, people, with like 4 GLs. And I went 3-0 twice. You don't need to know the kits. Anyways.
I think people like to say, get good.
Yeah, I don't need to. The force is
Just
with me.
get good.
I said that today. Nev was on my stream with me. I go, he was yelling at me because I was using the Malevolence and I was attacking ships that didn't have droids on them. And I was like,
Who was yelling at you?
Nev.
Oh, yeah.
The Escape podcast.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. He was raging at me, and I still won the match anyways. And I was like, dude, you don't need to do anything right. You just use the
force is with me.
And he's like, dude, it's RNG. It had nothing to do with the force. What about you, Logan, man? What you got going on? How's your swagger?
I've been doing my thing in GAC. I hold on to the caboose end of Kyber 1. I take it seriously to a point. Past couple weeks, especially leading into the holidays, I've been busy. There was a passing on my wife's side of the family. I do want to give a shout out to her Uncle Pete. He was a volunteer fireman for the town of Schuylerville in upstate New York for 35 years. He was actually a really good man. So yeah, things for me have been a little out of sorts, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
I will say I appreciate it. I did have an interesting match though, and I've been in this person's position. I think everybody has. You open up your GAC and you attack, and you lose. You go, shit, I should have went for something else, maybe tried something different. Then you try again and you lose again. And that's what happened to my opponent. He attacked me 3 times and lost 3 times, and he didn't do a single thing after that. And I just cleared a wall and called it a day. It was just one of those easy matches where I don't know if the poor bloke was busy or whatever he was doing, but
those are my favorite ones. Those are my favorite. Give me those crystals, man. I just want the crystals.
Yeah. But GAC is GAC. And speaking of GAC, we got some kits because both kits we're going to read are GAC tunes.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided that we would start with Mr. Darth Bane. And then I thought we could, real quick after that, just go into some of the conquest requirements, because honestly, we'll talk more about it then, but they're not. I mean, I don't think they're all that horrible.
Bones, what would you rather talk about, conquest or Datacrons?
Oh, well, they go hand in hand. So can we find something else to talk about?
Well, now, Bob, Mr. Roster, I'm excited for Darth Bane. You better want to cover this.
Probably Conquest, but Conquest. I don't know that. Especially these Datacrons, they fucking suck. These last ones suck. Here I am actually interacting with them, and they do nothing for me.
These datacrons are niche. They're for very specific things for very specific counters. The secondaries are terrible.
There's two I got. The one for my Boosh and the one for my anti-revive. That's all I use, really. Then I just throw them on the other ones.
Afracron, if you have Afra, is pretty nasty.
Yeah, but I don't have her, so... But anyways. But yeah, so Darth Bane, guys.
Darth
pretty
Bane.
freaking... Now, this is one of the most requested characters in years. Every year, for the last 2 or 3 years, everyone's like, we want Darth Bane, we want Darth Bane. I have heard that this isn't the version that everyone wanted.
I was going to ask you that.
I know nothing about this guy, but I've researched him now that he's back. But you know, he looks fine to me, and he's cool enough to me that I'm excited, and I'm going. I didn't even give 2 shits about red crating this last conquest iteration, but this one, I'm gonna go as hard as I can and try to get to it. And we'll also go into the feats later, guys, in the show. But I'm pretty excited about it.
One of those fucking extras that you kill in Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah,
Like, that's what he looks like. He's a spearman. You're running along as it's a hack and slash. You kill a shitload of people, and he happened to be in the group.
and his little staff thing is like a little underwhelming. They should have went with the more badass. If he's supposed to be one of the most badass Siths ever made, he doesn't look like that. Like you said, he just looks like a soldier.
Avant, did you have something to add in before I
was going to say I think CG released this version of Darth Bane because he's the canon version, because all of the books were I don't know what it's called, decanonized. So like all of the like cool Darth Bane stories come from the books, and they can't make that real. So they put the one version of him that was in the Clone Wars, and that's the Bane that you get.
Yeah, I think you're right too. I think that was like Mary J. It's a lightsaber toothpick.
Fair.
It's a light pick. But either way, I think he's cool. I don't know anything about him anyways. I don't give a shit. He's cool. He's Grand Arena, so I'm excited to see what it's all about.
All right, well, let's get into it. So obviously, dark side categories: leader, attacker, Sith. So attacker. So basically, for those that care and do that, Relic 8 is pretty much, that's the threshold. That's it. Abilities: Soul Sever. Final text: deal physical damage to target enemy and reduce their offense by 20%, stacking. And Bane gains 20% offense stacking, which can't be resisted, for 2 turns. On a critical hit, gain 2 Siphon until the end of the encounter. If this attack defeats an enemy, gain an additional 2 Siphon. If target enemy is above 50% health, this attack will critically hit if able. If they are below 50% health, this attack deals 200% more damage.
That's pretty cool.
Enemies defeated by this attack can't be revived.
And that's a fucking basic?
Well, it's a basic with a Zeta. Yeah.
Yeah. Goddamn. I think that's really good.
I think I know we talked about this in previous shows, but like I really enjoy a lot of the the moves, like the graphics of the characters now.
They are getting better. Cool. Like that is
cool.
Impressive. He's just like this wicked overhead chop, and he's just banging you over the noggin with it.
Yeah.
And the models are stepping it up a bit.
They are getting better, yeah.
Yep.
And someone other than me, because I forget, mention to the rest of the audience what the hell Siphon is?
Siphon is the ability that Supreme Leader Kylo Ren has, where he steals stacks or amounts, not stacks. He steals an amount of a statistic. Afra also has Siphon. It basically just boosts their stats. So in Bane's case, he's gonna siphon. You'll get to it later, but he's gonna siphon health.
I was so excited to tell you that because I knew that. Siphon was. I actually knew what Siphon was.
Yeah, here, Mary J said it in chat. Slicker siphons mastery, which is like different stats. So, Bane will actually siphon health. So he'll reduce the health of the character or his own characters and boost his own health.
Yeah, which is insane. That means he's weakening the defense and getting even stronger every time.
That's dirty. All right, so we got Special 1, Relevant Whirlwind, cooldown of 3, and it does require an Omicron. Final text, dispel all buffs on all enemies twice. Then deal physical damage to all enemies twice, dealing 10% more damage for each buff dispelled, and inflict healing immunity for 2 turns. If the ally in the leader slot is Sith Eternal Emperor, he gains 1% ultimate charge for each enemy that was dealt damage with Deceived or Linked. Bane gains 5 Siphon until the end of the encounter. This ability has 200% health steal. While in Grand Arenas, here's the Omicron, additional 3% ultimate charge gained against Deceived or Linked enemies. Bane gains an additional 5 Siphon.
So in regular modes, you could gain up to 5% ultimate charge. If you have the Omicron in Grand Arena, you could gain up to 20% ultimate charge.
And that's for C, correct?
Yeah, that's going to speed him up considerably.
Does it say Sith Eternal or does it say?
No, it says Sith Eternal. If the ally in the leader slot is Sith Eternal Emperor, because that was meant. I've heard a couple other people mention that too. Well, if you put him with Lord Vader, it's for C.
So here's my thing: is you don't really need that Omicron unless you are going to use him with C, correct? Otherwise, that Omicron could just not be applied.
Yeah, if you get this character and you don't have C, you don't need to place this right now.
And I have more to talk about that too, but we'll continue on.
I think this ability is interesting because dispel all buffs on enemies twice. So to me, there's a couple situations where that jumps out. One is against a team with a lot of foresight, either Jedi Master Kenobi. I don't know why you would use this against JML, but I guess JML with Grandmaster Yoda spreading foresight.
Jabba? Does Jabba do?
But it's doing
or like
twice.
Croissant?
Doesn't foresight get dispelled on the first dispel anyway?
No, because maybe.
Because I think when you do a mass dispel, everything goes.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like you're going to dispel buffs and then deal damage. So, yeah, I guess it will dispel.
There's an FAQ that explains it, actually.
Even so, like sometimes, like there's a couple characters that would have like taunt for 2 turns, or like God, who is it? It's Old Ben and Bosk. Not that you would use him in those specific situations, but like characters that regain status effects. If they regain the status effect and you dispel it, you're going to deal an additional 10% more damage for each buff dispelled. So it's just going to boost the damage of this even more.
Yeah,
which is pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no to it. All right, so Special 2, Essence of Dominance, cooldown of 4. This is the second of 3 Omicrons.
Which is a cool animation.
It is really cool.
Is this animation going to be the chieftain drinking out of the cup thing, though? Because if you watch it, it seems like it takes a little too long to do. But
I see what you're saying, yeah.
It's like a good build in Elden Ring, where you just put your sword way up in the air and then fuck everybody up, and then it's just over.
Yeah, I don't like to get up close in Elden Ring. Fuck that. But all right, go ahead.
All right, so final text. Deal physical damage to all enemies based on Bane's max health. Hint, hint, how you should mod him. And increase their cooldowns by 1, which can't be resisted. Bane siphons max health from target enemy, which can't be resisted. Sith allies gain defense penetration up, health steal up, offense up, and speed up for 2 turns.
All very good.
Siphon max health. Gain a percentage of max health equal to this unit's siphon until the end of the encounter, and the target loses that much max health. Stacking excludes raid bosses and Galactic Legends. So here we go for the Omicron. While in Grand Arenas. Oh, shit. Increase enemy cooldowns by 2 instead.
Ooh.
Damn. Remove 50% turn meter from all enemies, and Sith allies gain 50% turn meter. Reduce all enemies' defense and tenacity by 20% stacking, which can't be resisted until the end of the battle.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
Yeah.
That's just, you're just dwindling your team down to where they're going to be so weak and you guys are going to be so powerful that, yeah, this is going to reign some supreme, man, already. We haven't even got halfway through there.
If you get him fast, if you can get him faster than Cat, Jedi Master Kenobi is toast.
You don't have to. We'll get to that.
And really, there's not a hard... I mean, you can beat that team, but there's not a truly hard counter to JMK yet. But...
All right,
Drew
one.
Says in chat, get this dude some health steal crons. LOL.
Yeah, no shit.
Mary J. Fuck Reva. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Reva's like someone that's hidden in a cave and only 3 people have her. So...
All right, so unique 1, rule of 2, Zeta, and the third Omicron. Final text. Bane has plus 20% critical chance, critical damage, and plus 50% health steal. Whenever he is dazed, he gains 10% max health stacking until the end of battle. Whenever an enemy starts their turn, Bane gains 5 speed, max 100%, until the end of battle. Oof.
Wow.
Fucking bloody hell. At the start of battle, if there is only one other non-summoned ally present, and they are Sith, Bane takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and gains 350% defense.
This isn't even the Omicron yet.
Whenever his other ally gains ultimate charge, they gain an additional 2% ultimate charge, and the following effects occur for Bane and other Sith ally. Immune to ability block, cooldown increase, healing immunity, stun, and turn meter reduction. Basically everything that matters. Gain 75% max health. Gain 75% max protection till the first time he is defeated. Ignore taunt effects. At the start of their turn, recover 35% protection and dispel all debuffs on themselves. When Bane or other ally is defeated, the remaining ally gains 5% critical damage, offense, and potency, plus an additional 15% of these stats per the defeated character's relic amplifier level until the end of battle.
Okay, I know you have an Omicron to read still. So are all of these happening at once, or there's just a chance for...
All of them.
Okay. And this is if there's only one other character? So if there's only 2...
What did you say, Avant? They're happening all at once or one at a time?
To answer your question, Bones, you can... This unique is in effect if there is another ally... God, where is it?
Only if there's one. You can't
At the start of battle, if there's only one other non-summon ally present, and they are Sith.
Right. So none of this is happening if there's more than 1 or 2 or whatever. You know, if there's
correct.
3 people on the field.
It is 1 Sith plus Darth Bane.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Which means it could be C, it could be Lord Vader, it could be Darth Vader, it could be Darth Maul.
So you could do a lot of cool things. Yeah. Okay. Especially like in 3v3, this would be a great thing to throw with like a shittier Sith. Like you could put Darth Maul in the leadership and get some crazy shit, you know. So all right, I just wanted to clear that up.
But hit us with that Omicron ability, Logan.
Oh yeah, and the hits just keep on hitting. While in Grand Arenas, at the start of battle, there is only one other non-summon ally present, and they are Sith. Bane gains 75% mastery, max health, and max protection. Whenever an enemy is defeated, Bane gains 10% max health, max protection, and offense, stacking till the end of battle. At the start of battle, Bane gains 100% turn meter. These effects persist if Bane is defeated.
So there you have it. At the start of battle, Bane gains 100% turn meter.
And Gemini Master Kenobi negates that. His
He
kit
does.
negates that.
God damn it. I hate it when you're right.
That's why I said if you get him faster than Kat, this is over. If she assassinates him, you just wasted 3 Zetas and 3 Omicrons.
I have a question. Why does it matter if these effects persist if he's dead? Why is that even a thing they put in there?
Because look at what he's doing. This man is going to be an immediate target.
It's all for himself.
No,
It's
No,
all
because
for
You're gonna
himself.
want, if you want to beat a team he's on, you want him out of there. The longer he sticks around, the worse this team gets to deal with.
I understand, but it says these effects persist if Bane's defeated. What's persisting?
so
because he's
so
dead,
that-
so that
that-
doesn't matter.
That statement means that everything in his unique ability, which applies to him and the other Sith leader, like, will still persist.
Okay,
So, like,
maybe it's farther on in the kit because Mary J
No, no.
says it gives it to the other
the full
person.
the full unique ability that Logan just read
Mhm.
is for both Darth Bane and the leader.
Oh,
But
God.
if you kill Darth Bane, then the bonuses go away. But if you put the Omicron on and you kill Darth Bane, then the bonuses do not go away.
Yeah,
Okay.
Then they persist.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's a damn good Omicron right there. But
It's
again,
so much health, so much protection, so much mastery. And they're each going to gain bonuses. Well, I guess not each of them. Bane will gain bonuses every time someone dies. He's just going to get more and more powerful.
yep. All right, so, and obviously we'll bring this up after we read the kit, but he does have a leader ability. Don't have to put him with SCE, even though some of his kit is directed towards that. So his leader. Only the strong survive. You do need a Zeta. Final text. Sith allies have plus 30% offense, plus 30 speed. Sith allies can't be revived. Light side enemies have negative 10 speed, doubled for Jedi. At the start of battle, allies gain defense up, evasion up, and health up for 2 turns. Whenever a Sith ally is defeated, Bane's cooldowns are reset. He recovers 50% health and gains 50% turn meter. While Bane is active, at the end of each of his turns, the weakest other Sith ally takes damage equal to 15% of Bane's max health, and Bane gains 5% max health for each other Sith ally for the rest of the battle. The first time each other non-galactic legend Sith ally above 30% health would be reduced to 30% or less health, they are granted a bonus turn and defeated at the start of that bonus turn. Then Bane gains 5% max health, max protection, and offense, and 5 speed, and an additional 5% max health, max protection, and offense, and 5 speed for each relic amplifier level that defeated Sith ally had. Holy shit.
I mean, I guess it sounds cool, but not really. Like,
It's only cool if you're going to put him down on defense with 4 other trash Sith and just steal banners from your opponent.
Basically.
Because he's going to not die first. He's going to kill his allies. Like,
which
sacrifice
is cool
them.
because that's like lore. He created the rule of 2, right? And
Right.
the lore is the apprentice eventually kills the master, and so it's kind of lore friendly, which is kind of cool, but still kind of dumb.
Can you imagine him in 3s with Savage
Oh, God.
as the lead? Like, you have Bane lead, Savage, and some other Sith, like maybe Sith Assassin to boost turn meter even further. That's fucking ugly. How are you gonna get through? How the fuck are you gonna get through that?
Is this going to be the return of Visas Mar, the anti-Sith unaligned force user?
What does she do? What's she gonna do?
She counterattacks Sith and dispels debuffs, and that's probably it. And then she dies.
Sounds great. Put her in. I think she's the one we need.
I mean, to me, reading this whole kit, I think he is the replacement for Watt, right? But I think that this brings C and Bane back into the discussion for like a Ray counter, even with Ben Solo.
But
because
does C need this much power? You know what I mean? Instead of maybe
he's
putting
all the Sith, right?
Unfortunately, Ray or somebody is. Unfortunately,
the thing is, while C wasn't like the most earth-shattering legend, he does have his uses. I think that the bigger question, I agree with Avant. You put Bane with C. Life around Ray is going to be a lot easier. Now you can still split this up, like again in threes. I'm looking at this kit, and I know his base speed is 147. It's not great. His base speed is not very good, but if you can get his speed up to a certain point, this is something that could possibly withstand Treya. Because you're going to increase cooldowns faster than Nihilus can.
For as awesome as he sounds, that all sounds underwhelming. Ray, I'm not worried about. Treya, I'm not worried about.
I still fucking hate fighting Ray. I don't know how you not worry about
that. Yes, I also still hate fighting Ray. And so before Ben Solo, you could beat Ray easily. With C and Watt.
Yep.
Now you go in against Ray with Ben Solo, with C and Bane, and your team is immune to ability block, immune to cooldown increase, immune to healing immunity, immune to stun, and immune to turn meter reduction. Plus, you're gaining max health to withstand those whirlwinds. You're gonna tank Ray. She's not gonna win.
Plus, the Datacron set that's about to expire pretty soon has made Ray just absolute fucking murder to deal with.
Yes.
The unaligned force user shit with the stacking defense has been a nightmare.
All right, so real quick, Mary J wants me to read this to you. So he's talking. He says, if you Bane will gain plus 70 speed under C, has a base of 140, 210 after lead and unique. If you gave him a 160 set, he's 370, which outspeeds most cats. So I guess that means he can take on JMK. I don't know. I don't know what he meant by that. Yeah, but he wanted me to read that to you.
I most likely am not going to put a speed set on him. I'm probably going to put 3 health sets on him.
What part of the kit am I missing? Because his lead gives him the 30 plus. What did he read that I'm not absorbing? Where is this?
He said lead and unique. You'd have to go back and read it.
Well, his lead and unique, he might be able to outspeed Cat, but I don't think a Bane lead is going to beat Kenobi.
No, I think you're running Sith Eternal lead.
Also, Kibbles 2013, thank you for the follow. Hope all is well. We really appreciate it. And while we're here, hit the fucking button, people. No one's been hitting the button lately. There needs to be more buttons hit.
Yeah, subscribe, do something, support. We love you guys. As long as you support. No.
When you go to work, start talking about us. Talk about the Scoundrels when you go home. Tell your wife about us. And a lot of good stuff.
So, guys, let's break this down. So I gave I think I gave a really good example of how he could be used in a 3v3 setting. Obviously, others will come up. But if we wanted to split him and C, what would be an interesting 5-man squad that you would think of? Like, what do we have left in the Sith bag of tricks that we could throw with him in 5v5?
I don't know, because usually I put the the leftover shitty Sith with C, so they can just die.
Pretty much.
Which is what you would do, like in 5v5, right? I would probably put in Sidious, Darth Maul,
Sith Trooper.
I kind of like Sith Empire Trooper. Or are you talking about Lobster?
No, you had it right. My bad. Sith Empire Trooper, yeah.
No, I
why
like
do
that.
that at all? Why not just
He's a good tank.
Why not put one leader Sith, no matter how bad it is, and just stick him in there with it? With the rule of 2 shit. Because I think that's better than him being underneath the lead and having 5 underneath him.
Well, that's why I think in 5s, I think his place is going to be with C. Because, I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people are still placing Darth Malgus. And you have Lord Vader, who's Sith/Empire. And now you have SCE and Bane. I think in 3v3, I think Bane will be really good under some conditions and datacrons and whatnot. But in 5s, I think he's got to go with C.
I agree. I think in 5s you put him with C because you don't want to rip apart like too many teams. And I think in 3v3 you could just do something like quirky and interesting. Like two of your highest relic level Sith, right? Two Sith that you had to take to Relic 7 because you had to, and now he's just going to drain their health. They're going to die, and he's going to get more powerful. But and like the two that come to mind are Darth Maul and Darth Sidious.
Yeah, well, definitely in 3s because according, per his leader ability, you want to put him in a team where whatever Sith are accompanying him have high relics.
Right. Well, Sidious is required at 7, and so is Maul if you have Leviathan.
And for you dumbasses like me that put your Sith Assassin to Relic 9, you have that too.
Yeah, I'm not in that camp, but I mean, she'd be a good sacrifice.
At the very least, he has some awesome theory crafting potential that will, you can do a lot with him. Depending where you can use him like mid-game players can use him, in-game players can use him. Like he has a lot of places you can do stuff with him, so it's pretty exciting.
I think he'll have good utility.
Nev, hello, Governor. Thanks for coming by, brother.
Well, speaking of that, this is a Conquest tune. So, yeah, we've got the next Conquest coming 3 days later. I'm really glad CG did not do the whole Christmas Day thing.
I want to take a second to shout out to Bodhi, who's been talking about how the new Conquest is supposed to launch on Christmas for like 2.5 months.
That's true. He did. Bodhi, that was all on you, man. You got to take that one on the chin. They've
been listening to him.
They listened. Someone must have been like watching our stream or something, or is somehow secretly in our Discord server and was like, "Oh shit, we can't launch Conquest on Christmas, you guys. That's probably a bad idea. It's going to be bugged as hell."
You know what? I think Meathead is watching us, man. Because every time I say something, it happens. Or maybe I just know my tinfoil hat reaches beyond the limits that you guys think it does.
Bodhi said in chat that he alerted Meathead, so.
Thank you, Bodhi.
Oh, he alerted me. Okay.
But yeah, thank God. And I'm sick of Conquest and Rote at the same time? Like, fuck, man.
It's Hell Week.
Yeah.
That's Hell Week. So, speaking of Conquest, Bob, you've got yourself a roster now, man. Have you looked at the sector feats and
yeah, I don't have them in front of me, but you already know the one I want to talk about.
Nope.
So go ahead. Sorry.
Well, as always, as we all know, let's just call a spade a spade. Conquest is a grind. It's not fun. It's a necessary evil we have to do to get the new shit. So here it is. So I'm just going to go kind of sector by sector and things that I would look at that potentially could be a problem for some people.
Start with the big ones first. The overall big time.
No, I already had this planned out sector by sector.
All right.
My flow here. Well, the 14 battles with the resistance characters, most people will get that. The 14 battles with Saw Gerrera, basically put him on a Jedi Master Luke team.
Does he have to survive?
No.
All right.
Well,
easy.
you've got to just defeat 14 enemies with him.
Oh yeah, JML.
JML. Yep.
Yep. Now, 500 stacks of damage over time. I mean,
Tuskens.
yeah, Vader.
Darth Vader and Lord Vader.
Yep.
I mean, Darth Vader lead is the best because if they expire, then they come back on.
See, for people who don't have Tuskens or Lord Vader, it's just Vader. No one else does those.
Darth Vader lead. Put in Darth Vader. Put in Thrawn. Put in a couple tanks.
And
maybe Wat Tambor. Wat Tambor also puts dots on.
Are there any data discs that add those?
Yes.
I don't think those count. I don't think those count.
Are you sure cost of commissions wouldn't count? Why wouldn't it? It's being applied.
Because there was a feat where you had to put ability block on characters, and I used the disc that gives ability block when you get a certain number of debuffs on a character, and it didn't count towards the feat.
Oh, that's shitty.
That's bullshit. CG, come on, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it, man, we're fucking playing
I don't think data discs applying damage over times will count. So that's just my hot take. But what do I know?
All right.
So for Sector 2, we had win 14 battles with a full squad of bounty hunters. A lot of people should be able to do that. Confuse 40 times.
That's not bad.
Is that 3PO?
Yeah.
3PO confuses? Yeah.
So basically just CLS. Gain potency up 40 times. You can do that. 50 enemies with Empire units. That's not bad.
That's easy. Yeah.
Sector 3, you've got win 14 battles with a full squad of Tuskens. For some people, that could be annoying. It might be something you might want to consider skipping if you can. Critical chance up 40 times. You can do that. Gain heat 100 times. Yeah, and I even have pass fizzling. That's just gonna suck.
Yeah, so
that's just gonna suck.
Realistically, I don't know how many stacks you can gain in a battle, and therefore I don't know how many battles it would take approximately. But
Logan, do you know approximately how many you can get in a battle?
I don't. I mean, you can. I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm gonna guess and say it'd be well over 10. You know, I mean, as long as he survives and he's.
So do you think if I took him to gear 8, like what would I have?
No,
you couldn't.
In Sector 3, no, you get your ass shot off.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, you'd have to have like a voluntary vanguard to make someone else taunt.
That's true. That would work.
And go against a team without AoEs.
It just sucks because if they're not 7-star, you can't make the most out of mods and really try to boost them up as much as you would want to.
Yeah.
So that's CG throwing one of those. Hey, are you a spender? Here's one for you.
Yeah.
If you're not, get fucked. Attempt to inflict daze 100 times. That's doable.
Bad batch.
I wasn't gonna say it.
But if you don't have Bad Batch, who else does daze? I can't even think.
Wampa. Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people do. I just have to look it up.
Colonel Stark.
The new IG-12 does a mass daze. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. No, he does, and that's 5 guarantee because that's not resistible.
Mara Jade.
Yeah.
Mara Jade does.
I think on basic. The easiest way to do that feat is with Wampa, Bad Batch, or IG-12, I think.
So for Bob, it's going to be Wampa.
But we'll see what Bit Dynasty has to say.
Exactly. I bet you he does it with Bad Batch.
You guys watch this video and then I want you to type it out to me on what he says.
I'll write you a full dissertation.
All right, Sector 4. Win 14 battles with a full squad of light side unaligned force users.
That can be done.
Interesting.
UFUs are fun.
Gain critical damage up 40 times. Okay. Attempt to inflict expose 100 times. That's
That's
you
not
can
bad.
do it. It's just annoying.
It's
just
expose.
one of those- really.
Expose.
JTR lead. Proc those exposes.
Yep.
It's also pronounced
Or
expose.
Fin lead. Fin lead could work too.
Yep. Defeat 10 enemies with Captain Drogon. If you don't have him, I'm sorry. If you do, put offensive mods on.
Guess who
He's
has
good
him
at
at
killing
R7?
things.
Guess
He's
who
really
has him
good at killing
R7?
things. So
He is. Sector 5, defeat 50 enemies with clone trooper units. That a lot of people should be able to do that.
yeah.
Attempt to inflict stagger 300 times. Avant, that's annoying as fuck.
Oh,
That
300?
Yes.
Jesus Christ! But that's Mara Jade, right? She does a
That-
mass
that-
stagger.
That's 15. That's 15 key cards for that shit.
Can I tell you that I wanted to skip it when it was 40 last time?
Yes, because I did too.
300?
Dude, it's a pain in the ass. Because if it doesn't stick, you're like, well, I only got 3 out of 5.
But I feel like I might know what I'm talking about here. Mara Jade does it, right?
Yeah.
On her AoE.
Base
Sabine
potency.
does it correct on an AoE, right?
Yes.
Based on her
So
potency.
there's 2 teams you can kind of grind out, and I'm sure there's
It's
some
just
other out there
attempt.
too.
It says attempt, right?
I don't know.
Okay. No, you're right. Attempt to inflict
Even
stagger.
even still, let's do some math. If there's 5 characters on the field and you're only able to do a mass stagger 1 time, 300 divided by 5. That is 60 battles. You have to do 60. What kind of shit is that, CG?
Drew asked, does Sabine need the Zeta for the AoE stagger? I don't know. I just apply Zeta.
Really, in Sector 5, unless you want reroll material, you're not overly hitting the fucking treasure node there.
Yeah.
You're not pounding away at that.
Hey, is this CommanDollar? Someone just came in.
Oh, does he have permissions?
He's not muted.
Here we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, buddy?
Sweet. Fantastic. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Welcome.
We have a
Thank
guest, folks. He
Hello
was
there.
if you've been following us for a while, he'd been on a couple times when Kane and I were doing the show. What's going on, CommanDollar?
Not much. Just inhaling some Chinese food and watching my dog get some zoomies right now.
Sounds like a
So
good
while
time,
you're
man.
inhaling, just kind of remind everybody where you are in the game, what's your GP and all that.
Yeah. So I think I'm sitting at 10.4 mil in GP. I'm in a 500 plus mil guild now. We've been really focusing hardcore on like getting ready for Rise of the Empire TB and prep for that so that we can get more stars. And I actually got promoted to TB officer not too long ago, so it's really been my main focus.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wouldn't like. It's the one time in my life I don't want a promotion.
I am the TB officer of my guild, so I understand the effort you're about to have to partake in. It is it's a thankless effort.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not looking for thank you. I'm just looking for people to follow instructions.
Which they won't.
Oh,
They will
hey,
not.
Bones.
Yeah.
Dude, how often do you get TB instructions?
Often, from what I hear.
Once a day if there's something going on. And I'm not
Like I
the only
said-
one, though. I'm not the only one. But Yvonne, if you could do a little bit better just overall at your job, it would be appreciated coming from a guild member.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I'll make sure I do better.
It's well, you said it was thankless, so I had to. Yeah.
All right, so Common, you caught us. We were just going over because we just covered Darth Bane's kit, and now we're kind of going over because he is the next Conquest character, some of the big sector feats, and just kind of going yay or nay. Is this something feasible for most players and all that? So the last one we had in Sector 5 was defeat 10 enemies with Iden Versio. I mean,
Even I
if
have
you
her.
got her,
Even I have her. If Bones has her, you should.
all right, then you know what, folks? You just got the grade A Labatt Blue Ribbon seal of fucking approval from Bob. If he's got him, you're good to go.
Like I'm telling you guys, if I'm doing something or I have them, then and you don't, you're slacking. Because
We will
I'm the
leave
biggest
that-
slacker.
All right, so here's the set that everybody loves. The global feats. Now So defeat at least 250 enemies on the golden challenge path. We all do that. Win 40 battles with a full squad of first order. Well, if you got if you got Slicker, you're good to go. Win 20 battles with a full squad of light side Mandalorian allies. Now, Bob, can you do that?
What do you have to do again with him?
20 battles with a full squad of light side Mandalorians.
I don't. How many are there?
That's so I saw this earlier and I was like, God, what are, if you don't have Bo-Katan Mandalore, what are the 5 light sides? And I really had to think about it. Actually, I still don't think I know the answer.
It took me a minute when I first read it. It was like, yeah.
Do you guys have the names? Like, who all are the...
Well, you've got the armor. You've got the original bow. You've got Beskar Mando. You've got the Phoenix chick.
Sabine.
Thank you. So that's 4. Fuck, who's
Can you underdog it with 4? Will they allow you to do
No,
that?
you need a full squad.
5. Gotta be a full squad of 5.
Anyone else? Are we missing any?
You guys, even in the marquee event, you unlocked Paz and IG-12.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
right. Okay. Yeah, so your light side Mandos are Beskar Mando, Armorer, Bo-Katan, the Mandalorian. Then you also have Sabine, Paz Vizsla, and IG-12.
Oh, fuck. Good call, Yvonne. I totally forgot about the original Mando. Yep.
The OG Mando, yeah.
Yep. OG Mando.
So what do you guys think? Like, take Paz up a little bit to gear 8 and just to do the Sector 1 bonus node or something with him?
To be honest, if you're running in with a, it's going to also depend on the data disk. If you get a bunch of, if you get the right data disk, it doesn't matter if you have a gear 8 or 9 character in there. You'll just fucking wreck people. So
I should be able to figure it out.
If there's a data disk, I can't remember what it's called. There's one where when you attack out of turn, you attack out of turn again. If you go under, like if you have Bo-Katan in there, you're just going to regenerate your protection. It'll help kind of like heal everybody up and keep everybody alive.
Dude, I just run caustic emissions and amplify agony, and I just melt.
Same.
It's like, no, I'm not even fucking
people.
around with you. I just melt people.
Yeah.
And
I guess OG Bo would be the leader we would use.
That or Beskar.
Yeah.
That or Beskar Mando.
Okay, I can probably figure that out somehow.
Beskar Mando actually might be a better lead, to be honest.
Because you'll get turn meter gain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the data disks are. It kind of depends on that, right?
Since it's not a sector feat, it should be easier because you could just do it on Sector 1 somewhere. So
Yeah, you can at least at the global. You can do them anywhere. You just got to get them done.
Yeah.
All right, so now here's everybody's favorite, but it's a little different this time. Win 40 battles with the same fucking Ewoks we had to do on the last one.
And they can't die, can they? They have to survive.
No, it doesn't say they have to survive.
Okay.
It doesn't say that. So that is actually a plus.
And
Still sucks, but it's a plus.
Real quick, going back to the last feat, Havoria said, armor isn't a bad leader. Her bonus protection up at the start could help with survivability if your Mandos are lacking. I just wanted to put that out there. But okay, as long as the Ewoks don't have to survive, I could probably maybe do that as well. Because I have 3 relic Ewoks, so...
I'd like to put in a formal request to CG to stop putting in 40 battle feats.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Like 20 or less, please. Like 20 is grindy enough sometimes. 40 is just, please stop.
Yeah, that's like telling the army you want better food when you're out in the field. They listen.
Well, you got to think about it too. Like, if you all remember back when Conquest first started, people were just obliterating it. It's like, yeah, red crate, no big deal. And now that they've gotten to this point, they realize that Conquest is like end game material. So like getting these crazy feats like 40 battles with Ewoks and 40 battles with light side Mandalorians. It's just like this is very specifically geared for like the top dogs, the people who are like on the cusp of like, okay, we've got the new stuff. We'll be able to keep up with these conquest characters.
For the
Yeah.
players who are insane and sadistic.
That being said, I think that Gold Crate is going to be very achievable for most players with big accounts.
I do too. I think Gold Crate. So they'll unlock it in 4.
No, 6, unless you spend.
6, excuse me. No, 6, you're right.
Unless you spend. If you buy the packs, you'll get it faster.
Hold
or
on.
the Conquest Pass.
If I red crate every time,
That's right. 'Cause if you buy the packs and get Gold Crate all the way through, you'll get it in 4.
Yes.
But
Yes,
if I red crate all 3 times, I get him, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
you will.
All right.
So we had win at least 40 battles with a full squad of rebel units. I mean, that's CLS
That's
all
fine.
day. Everybody's
Yeah.
got that. Now, here's the one that Bob did not like, and I don't blame him. Even with my account, I'm looking at this going, what?
Pass.
Yeah, this is like that's going to be my only comment.
And I need help from the chat to maybe think outside the box here how we can do this one. But go
Defeat
ahead.
100 enemies with General Veers or Admiral Piet? No. Fuck her off. Pass.
How, you guys? I don't care if you have a 13 million account. How are you going to make sure that one of those 2 are the ones that make the finishing blow?
Dude, that's
obviously, you wouldn't want them to be with a full Imperial troops because everyone's assisting like crazy, and so you don't want that. So what are you going to do? Put them with Vader? Put them with Palps?
No, Bob, you just pass. Dude, I'm not even going to do that one. That is just annoying. I'm not even fucking with that. I'm not even looking at it.
And I agree.
That's already in my rearview mirror.
And I agree, but I'm just I can't wait to hear the big dogs, the Bit Dynasties and the Scribes and everyone in Celiac Sarah to explain how they're going to do it. Because do they ever skip stuff? I don't
I will guarantee you Celiac Sarah looked at that and went, No, I'm not doing that. No.
I don't watch
I will
the
make
Conquest.
that up somewhere else. No.
I don't watch the Conquest people. Do they skip stuff sometimes? Or do they always do all of them?
A lot of times they'll say, like, this is going to be a harder feat unless your account is really big.
But this one, I don't see anyone being able to do.
I mean, the only thing here's the only thing I can think of, and Avant, see if you agree with this. You have a very good set of data disks, and your Admiral Piet and your Veers are well reliced, and you have decent speed mods on them. You could throw in Sector 1 the first battle, not necessarily the treasure mode, because always in the first battle in the first sector is always a breeze. You can just shit on it.
Yeah.
You take Veers as lead, Piet, and maybe one other trooper, a tank, like Stormtrooper, and just try to grind it the fuck out. That is the only thing I can think of that you could possibly do with this CG middle finger get fucked kind of feat that they want you to do.
Dollar, do you have any ideas?
Oh God, no. I for full.
I appreciate your
forward.
honesty.
So realistically looking at it, it's just like, especially because I'm very focused on TB, and I live outside of the game, unfortunately, wife and life and all that. I can only focus on so much in the game and like coordinating and all that. And one of the things I just straight up give up on is Conquest. I'm just like, I don't have the mental fortitude to go through a 2-week event where it's just maybe I'll get somewhere and I have to do this specific battle. Like, I just don't have the brain power for it. I really don't.
Yeah, there's good resources, but if you don't have the willpower and like you have to know you have to do so many things a day, and you might not make it if you don't do the exact amount of things. So yeah, I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
So
it's between that and like having to spend crystals in order to get the crate. Like I'm just letting people know, like, if for some reason I need to be formally interrogated, just put me in Conquest for 2 weeks and I will tell you everything after like 5 days.
You're not the only one, man.
I think for this Conquest, like, if you were to ask me, would you rather 300 staggers, or would you rather, how many is it, 100 with Stark and Veers? Is it 100?
I believe so, yeah.
I would rather 300 stagger than do this Stark Veers, because just like the only way to me that this works with Stark and Veers is if they put out certain data discs, and we talked about this off air. There's a data disc that boosts the character's damage based on their health if they're a support character. It was not in the last Conquest, but if they put it back into this one, you can put Veers and Stark in there because they're both support, and then put a couple tanks in. And only Veers and Stark will get their damage boosted, and that could allow you to get the kills with them. But I mean, it's oddly specific, and you'd have to do 100 of them. So again, math. If Veers and Stark get all 5 kills, that's 20 battles. That's a lot.
It is.
That's a big if.
It
That's a
is.
real big if.
And that's a big if as well. And the only other opportunity would be like a Mon Mothma node where you could cheese it and just keep killing characters that she revives.
Okay, so I have a few maybe good ideas.
We're taking the Night Sister zombie out of the teams. God damn it.
Oh, that was so nice.
So a couple people in the chat have some ideas. You guys let me know what you think. So Rakaran Moselle says, Treya lead versus the Geo treasure node. They kill themselves, and then one Piet AoE kills all 6. What do you guys think?
Your timing better be rounds on target accurate.
And then as your stamina goes down, it's going to get harder to time.
Yeah. And like your timing has to be sniper shit.
And Drew says,
I mean, I like it. I think that's a legit idea, but your speeds have got to match up, because if you miss that opportunity, that's wasted energy.
and maybe put like a Sith Empire trooper for the taunt to keep them off the other guys. But and obviously,
and the other thing with Geos is they're so fucking unpredictable. If you don't get a taunt out, next thing you know, they're targeting the character you want to get the kills, and you're dead.
And you're dead because they somehow actually do damage.
They're tough, man. In Conquest,
like the only time Geos do damage is in Conquest. Has anyone else ever noticed that?
Stupid.
But Drew says VA and a couple AA discs, Vader or Reva lead. Enemy will be in red after Geo goes first. AoEs for the AoEs. Everyone keeps saying
that works if you have Reva. Not everyone is gonna have Reva.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know. We'll see. You know that the Conquest minds will come up with a way to get it done.
Yeah. XR Kuhn, how you doing, my friend? First time chatter. He says Sector 2 has 50 Empire kills. That could overlap with some Veers Piet kills.
It's a good point. That's a good point.
No, it can. No, that's definite.
To me, I look at that 100 kills feat and I think, God, it has to be with these two specific characters. And then I look at the 300 stagger, and there's like 3 or 4 teams that you could use that you could like spam it down and like work at it faster. Just the 100 kills with 2 separate characters sounds like pull my fucking eyeballs out.
It's the same thing with Last Conquest, where with what was it, the one
Tuscan?
Yeah,
Tuscan chieftain and Tuscan warrior. Yeah, I skipped that feat.
Skip that one too. So it's just shitty that you're leaving 15 points out there in the wind, and you got to make it up. So there's
at least these 2 characters have AoE attacks.
Yeah,
that's a plus. Yeah, Rokaran also says if you did Treya, Piet, Watt, Hoda, and JML.
I'm just thinking, like,
he also said, or the $30 pass gets you 100 kills.
Dude, I'm not dropping $30 no. That's, again, I'm a spender, but I'm not dropping $30 on something that can be figured the fuck out. Like, for instance, again, I'm gonna kind of go back to my idea. Say you stack up like 4 different power discs, and you just maximize your offense. You maybe retool modding a little bit for max damage, and Veers, Piet, a tank, and maybe also range trooper, because range trooper will shoot, maybe not kill, but the assist will be Veers or Piet. They get the kill. So I mean, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to unfuck this, because it's driving me nuts. I'm not spending $30 on fucking no.
Bit Dynasty. If you figure this out, I will watch your video, but only one.
You should be watching his videos anyway.
How about you guys relay me the info he says?
Why do we have to search YouTube for you?
Because you've already watched them.
Right there.
You've already done it. I don't have to.
All right. Anywho, we've got another kit to read, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to read this because after I read it, I'm putting the bitch to Relic 8.
I just want to know if you're part of the 2%.
I think I'm definitely part of the 2%.
I hope you truly understand the reference.
I don't. What are we talking about?
I thought you meant like the 2% of people that are actually going to unlock her day one.
No, I knew that's what you were thinking. That's not what I'm talking
Does
about.
this have to do with
All
your
right, well
butt?
then, fill me and Bob in us, clueless boy meets world fucking scenario.
Does this have to do with her butt?
It does.
Okay.
Christ's
I
sake.
figured. But what's the 2%? You're gonna have to explain the 2% though.
She was doing, and CommanDollar, you can chime in here if you know the answer to this better than me, because I'm probably going to butcher it. But
Judging from his cackling, I think he does.
she was doing an interview on some radio show when they were talking about, I think, Mando season 3, and she was talking about how like 30% of fans won't like it. 40% of fans will like it, and 10% of fans will kind of like it, but just watch it anyway. And then 2% of fans just want me to sit on their face.
Oh, I'm definitely part of the 2%. Now that you put it that way, I ain't even gonna bullshit. I'm part of the 2%. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. I try to keep it somewhat PG-13. It's actually rated R, but I'm not going on an X rating like that.
So you're part of the 4%
and post it to the Discord.
You're part of the 2% who got
best
her
part
and
was
would
that
sit on your face.
The funniest part is that Katie Sackhoff thinks that only 2% of Star Wars fans think that she's hot. Like, come on,
I want to know where she thinks that, because
Mando. Most people thought Mando season 3 was mediocre at best, and they always say the plot, and they just show her ass on the memes. The plot is her ass.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. My favorite parts of Yellowstone is whenever Lainey Wilson was walking away. It's there. I mean, there's just certain things that people like. There you go.
I haven't watched
Katan,
that, but
okay. I'm gonna put a comment into the viewer comment question, and then I'm gonna get your answer later. Continue onward.
All right. So, are we doing this kit?
No, we're gonna keep talking about her ass, I think.
No.
Yes, we're doing kid stuff. We're kid fist stuff.
Oh, as for those of you that didn't know, I did put it in the announcements. I did whale out. I'm part of the other 2% and the other 2%, so I'm really 4%. But yes, after this, I will change screens, and I was going to do the event live, but after hitting brick wall after brick wall and having to remod and fuck around,
I so wish that you would have done it live.
So I mean,
we would have been up till 2 a.m.
No, I just wanted to see you get to the point of raid.
But like, give us some details, man. For some of us that won't be getting her for a long fucking time.
I wasn't raging, but it was. I will say one thing: do not think that you're going to unlock these characters, put them to Relic 7, and put some shit mods on them, and think you're going to do well. That is not the case. So, the first phase with Keller and Beck, you're taking on like 6 clones. Now they're attacking left and right. Good thing is Keller and Beck is always counterattacking. But you've really got to make them survivable, but do enough damage to knock some of these clones out. If you can knock out I think it was 6. If you can knock out the first 3, you can handle the other 4. The next battle was just Paz Vizsla against 6 other fucking rando-looking, scoundrel-looking motherfuckers that would pick your pocket. It wasn't so much survivability with Paz as it was you wanted him to be faster to get his AoEs off, especially burning to get that extra damage in. So you definitely had to have really good mods on him for that. The next one was you're with IG-12 and Beskar Mando, and you're going through these shield walls. And after each shield wall, you had more more enemies thrown at you, and you had to go through like 3 different phases. And if at any point, if BAM or IG-12 bought the farm, you had to start over. So you couldn't just keep playing and lose one and go with just one. They had to make it all the way through. And
so
that
it's like old school gaming.
What's that?
It's like old school gaming. It's just you're gonna die and you're gonna have to restart from the beginning.
Yep. So that definitely took some remodding. Again, you had to make sure Bam's speed was good, but he had enough health and survivability, and you really had to time that one ability he has where he gives healing immunity to his ally. You had to time that right to get through each sector, yet do enough damage and have the survivability, because it just got tricky.
Did this tier make you drink?
Yes. And okay. I have no shame. In fact, I'm still drinking because of it.
He has PTSD.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The last phase was you against Beskar Armor Moff Gideon, just him. The catch was you could only do damage to him if he had armor shred, which he would constantly dispel. And again, if you lose one toon out of the 2 or out of the 3, you're loaned a shitty 147 speed Bo-Katan. And if you lost any of them, you started over.
Is this a new mechanic? Can you heal your armor shred?
Apparently Gideon can, because he did several times in a row, and it was pissing me off, and I drank more. But I did get through it. It's done. All I got to do is hit activate. But let's read the kit. Oh, hold on. But actually, before we read the kit, was anybody surprised? Because I was. Maybe we talked about it in an earlier episode. I don't remember. But I thought this was going to be an event that once it hit, it stuck around. It was there. I don't remember at any point them saying it was just going to be 3 days. What are our thoughts on this? And this, I mean, again, this is the new trend with CG. Shit's not farmable yet, but here you go. Hope you spent money.
I think they have zero cadence for that. I just think they feel it. I don't think any time in the future you should ever expect it to be there forever unless it's the GL. I just don't expect it. And if you get it, then okay.
Yeah, but there were events for really good characters that were. And I thought this was labeled as one of those that was going to be sticking around.
Besides GLs, yeah, who?
I know the answer to this, but I'm just being an asshole and asking.
Well, stop being an asshole and just tell me.
Afra and Starkiller and Beskar Mando.
Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't remember.
They're also different types of. They were called something else.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Words matter unless you're capital. Then words don't matter at all, and you can just say whatever you want.
And to guess when they come back around and when they will be permanently is even more of a guess. So,
well, again, I don't remember the exact proper nomenclature, but I thought like Grand Inquisitor, Jedi Cal. Those were events that if you didn't make it, you'd have to wait. But then there were other characters that they would hit and they would always be there for you to work on. I thought was going to be one of those.
Grand Inquisitor and Jedi Cal were not epic confrontation.
Gas and Malak were.
So
The only two.
what's Bo's event being called?
Epic Confrontation. I remember the pain of Malik because I was one of the lucky people that unlocked Malik when the event first dropped.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I was actually sitting here thinking, when was the last time I unlocked a character the first time their event dropped, and I actually knew the answer immediately? And the answer is Padme. And that's only because, like, back in the day, I was on top of, like, oh, well, you know, they released this character, the chances are this character. So I farmed, like, all the character requirements for that, and I unlocked her first, and I started using her in Squad Arena, and was just obliterating. And I remember walking my guild leader through how to do that battle, because he's like, this is, you know, I'm pulling my hair out. And Padme was like, what, 4 years ago?
Oh my god, so long ago.
It's funny you're talking about that because I was just talking about that with Nev earlier.
It was like, it was after Darth Revan launched, right?
Something around that.
Yeah.
She came after Darth Revan? No.
Yeah, because she countered Darth Revan and people were pissed.
Yeah, she did.
No, it was like Padme, and then it was Jedi Knight Revan, then it was Darth Revan, then it was Gas.
No, I think Padme I think came out after.
Padme counters Darth Revan? I think she was only countering Darth Revan because she had already been out, and we didn't have Malik yet.
Before Malik, yeah. And then Malik came out
May 2nd, 2019. And Malik was... Hold on, I'm using the power of Google.
Probably shortly after, like July.
April 12th. So it came Malik first and then Padme, yeah.
Okay.
Like right after each other.
Wow, I don't remember that at all. That's crazy.
Yeah, but so there's two epic confrontations before Bo-Katan Mandalore. It was Malik and Gas. And the Malik event was treacherous.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
There was the light side and the dark side, right? And the dark side was easy, and the light side was impossible because you had to stack armor shred on Malik, take out the little side guys in the right order, and not give Malik too much health, and then you had to go all in on him before he just destroyed you. The gap. Go ahead, Ben.
I was saying, in my old Ben voice, that was before the relic times.
Before the dark times.
Yep.
All right,
before Datacrons.
Yeah, before Datacrons. Let's get into this kit.
Real quick, Demoose, thank you for the follow, my friend. Hope all is well. Appreciate it.
Hit the button, subscribe.
Subscribe, send us money, hit like, send me DMs. Do something.
God damn. Sound like a bunch of hobos. You know, change. Can't change. All right, so we got a kit reveal. Bo-Katan, Mandalore. She is light side attacker, Mandalorian. We will go with her basic. Frontal assault, final text. Deal physical damage and true damage to target enemy, which can't be evaded, and dispel all buffs on them. During Bo-Katan Mandalore's turn, all light side Mandalorian allies gain speed up for 2 turns.
Sounds awesome.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the sound effects?
I have not.
Oh, do yourself a favor.
I never play with sound. I can't do it.
It's cool.
Can't do it.
Avant, do you have her?
No, but I was listening to, I think, Arnold T's stream, and the sound effects of the Darksaber, it may be cooler than Django's blaster.
No shit.
It's really good.
It's cool that she has it out the whole time, too.
Yeah.
All right, so special 1, we have Darksaber Flourish. Cooldown of 3 with a Zeta. Final text. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict armor shred until the end of battle. Deal an additional instance of true damage to target enemy, which can't be evaded, and stun them for 1 turn. If Bo-Katan Mandalore is debuffed, deal true damage an additional time to the target enemy, which can't be evaded. Otherwise, reduce the cooldown of this ability by 1.
Yeah,
True damage is dirty.
A lot of single target damage. She's going to be dwindling people down.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's either going to deal true damage in extra time or reduce the ability cooldown, which is cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Dollar, you got anything to say about this stuff so far?
Yeah. Yeah, Common.
I mean, I was, God, what was it, like a year or two ago when I was really into writing articles and I was talking about this specific topic, like Mandalorians, like the fact that they're absolute trash. And I was like, well, where's the good leader for it? And, you know, they kept on building up to it. I was thinking it was going to be Mando himself that was going to be Mandalore. Obviously, the show took a turn otherwise.
Yeah.
And just sitting and, you know, looking at that kit, I was like, okay, they finally did this particular faction some justice, like giving it a dark side leader and a light side leader, so that way you can split it in two and actually not have to decide, well, do I have to do this or do I have to do this? You can do both.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
So we have Special 2. Reinforcements have arrived. Cooldown of 4. Has a Zeta and an Omicron. Deal physical damage to target enemy. Dispel all debuffs from all light side Mandalorian allies. Call them all to assist. Twice. Dealing 50% less damage, and they all gain 3 stacks of Ancestral Resolve, max 100, until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Ancestral Resolve is plus 2% defense and plus 1% max health. Whenever this character deals true damage, deal additional true damage based on the number of stacks which can't be evaded.
Yeah, she's going to be doing
Now that's now at first that may not seem like a lot, but that is going to add up.
It depends on how much quote unquote additional true damage is.
Yeah.
I just feel like true damage, no matter what it is a big deal. True damage is going to hurt you. You know, it's going through everything, defense, all that shit. It's pure damage, so it's going to do something.
And I particularly like this Omicron. I'm not going to lie. I've read this kit a couple times. If you wanted to skip one, I would understand if you skipped this one, but it makes sense. So the Omicron is light side Mandalorian allies gain an additional 2 stacks of Ancestral Resolve. If another light side Mandalorian ally wasn't able to assist, they instead gain a bonus turn. Now, Bam goes into a shit stance. He can't assist. So he's getting a bonus turn right after his Whistling Birds.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Immediately.
That's a good point.
Immediately, he's getting another turn. I think, especially with the healing immunity ability he has, that could come in fucking handy.
I agree. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea.
But I would say, out of the 3 Omicrons, that is the one that you could leave out because it is rather niche.
I was gonna say it's nice. It's a nice thing to have, but
it's very situational.
Yeah.
Common, you got anything on that?
Yeah, I was actually, you know, when I saw the kit, the one thing I thought I was genuinely shocked about was that it was geared towards Grand Arena and not territory battles. Because just looking at, you know, once again, the factions of light side and dark side, the dark side Mandalorians, I mean, they're absolute garbage in territory battles. But the light side, it's almost like they were missing something. And I was just like, well, maybe Bo-Katan's going to be it. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm both happy and terrified that she's going to be a Grand Arena monster. But I'm also, you know, I was like, damn, they missed something there.
Yeah. Yeah. So at the tail end of that was an Omicron, and that was while in Grand Arenas, and this is more of that Ancestral Resolve, light side Mandalorian allies gain an additional 2 stacks. Already read that one? My bad.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on Unique 1?
Yes, sir.
My bad. All right, so Unique 1. For Mandalore. This is an Omicron, again, final text. True damage Bo-Katan Mandalore deals from Ancestral Resolve is tripled. This damage is then doubled against enemies with bonus protection. Jedi Master Kenobi, Jabba, anyone else that gets that extra protection bullshit. If all allies were light side Mandalorian at the start of battle, Bo-Katan Mandalore takes reduced damage from percent health damage effects and recovers 50% health whenever an ally is defeated for the first time, excluding summoned allies. She gains 50% defense, stacking, max 200% for each debuff on her, and an additional 200% defense, stacking, for each other light side Mandalorian ally who has not yet been defeated.
So
Holy shit.
But she will start getting a little bit weaker as people die off, correct? I know she's still getting things for when people do die, but she's losing a lot of defense, correct?
Well, she's at her strongest when the team is full.
Yeah. And when she's got a full team, she's got all the stacks, you're not getting past that 2%.
And the other thing is, I mean, Paz Vizsla is a fucking brick wall. He's an absolute brick wall.
Yeah.
So you gotta get through that before you even fuck with her.
Or you just get around him. If you have something to ignore taunt.
Yep. So here's the Omicron for this ability. While in Grand Arenas, Bo-Katan Mandalore is immune to daze. If all allies were light side Mandalorian at the start of battle, Bo-Katan ignores taunt effects, and whenever an ally is defeated for the first time, she gains 20% of their max health and offense stacking until the end of the battle.
Good God.
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
That's pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie.
So from what it sounds like, I mean, you're gonna need a galactic legend to kill her, and the only two people I can think of that might come close is you have to use Jabba's ult on her, or you have to use Cap's Force Sleep on her to remove her. But you've got to wait with Jedi Master Kenobi to get the ultimate charge to get past Paz Vizsla and all that. But oh man, that's gonna be
Sith Eternal, and Mal. Shit.
Bane?
I want to. Yeah, Bane. Thank you.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think you're kind of looking at it in terms of if this was on defense. Now this leader ability, once I get through the Omicron, I'm gonna put out a hot take that I think this team is offense and offense only. This team is going to be that tool you have in your tool bag that is going to take out something that you really need to be gone. So the leader is Way of the Mandalore, Zeta, and an Omicron. Final text. Light side Mandalorian allies gain 40% defense, max health, and offense. Light side Mandalorian allies gain 5% defense, stacking, max 30% for each debuff on them. Whenever a light side Mandalore ally deals true damage, dispels a debuff, or resists a debuff, they gain 1 stack of Ancestral Resolve, max 100%, until the end of the encounter, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Whenever an ally attacks an enemy inflicted with Armor Shred, all light side Mandalorian tank allies taunt for 1 turn, max 2 times per turn. Now here's the Omicron. Light side Mandalorian allies gain 50% mastery, max health, and 30 speed. At the start of each encounter, light side Mandalorian tank allies taunt for 2 turns. If there are other active enemies, excluding summons, the first light side Mandalorian ally that is defeated each battle is revived and recovers 50% health and protection. Gain 1 additional stack of Ancestral Resolve whenever a light side Mandalorian ally deals true damage, dispels a debuff, or resists a debuff. This team is offense all fucking day.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, real quick though. So you have the Omicron right there. If you use Cat to take somebody out, will they come back? Or
As Vizsla will come back.
Okay.
Unless you have the anti-revive Gron.
Yeah, but that's temporary.
Unless you have that bullshit. Yes.
That's temporary, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what does prevent revives? Sith Eternal. Just saying.
Well, again, seriously, the landscape in 3 months after Bane comes out is definitely going to change with what we read on his kit.
I agree with your hot take, though. I think she's offensive all the way.
All day. I mean, does she have some things that are good defensively? Yeah, but this is just, I'm sorry. This against Lord Vader's toast.
Yeah. So, like, reading this kit reminds me of when we read Malicos' kit. And you were like, oh my God, he's going to be a force. And then people put him on defense and they're like, holy shit, he's powerful. And then you find out like an easy counter. And then you're like, okay, well, I don't want to have my Malicos countered by Gidme. So I'm gonna save Malicos.
Oh shit!
And I'm gonna trash something with Malicos because that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to throw rocks. And I think Bo-Katan Mandalore is supposed to just slice you into pieces with her Darksaber. I think that's the whole intent.
And I think this will beat Jabba because all those thermal detonators, those are technically debuffs.
Yeah, but
you're just feeding her more ancestral resolve.
Do you get resolve with a debuff or when you dispel a debuff?
It was either gain. Where was it? I swear to God, it was
gain, lose, or resist. I think it was.
Gain, lose, or resist.
Oh man,
you're gaining that 2% defense, 1% max health every time.
Oof.
So you think about how many thermals are being chucked out on a Java squad.
You're going to be up to 100 fast,
very quick.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then you've got Lord Vader throwing out how many damage over time debuffs?
That's 4% right off the bat.
Yeah, you've got Jedi Master Luke throwing out debuffs left and right. I mean, this is, if you are a debuff heavy team, this team is going to eat you for lunch.
Can Bane take this out though? Don't you think that it seems like they kind of released the counter at the same time as this?
I think Bane and SCE will, because
his basic you can't revive from his basic if it kills you. Remember, Bane's basic you can't revive.
Well, not only that, but SCE's big lightning trick you can't revive from that either. And with all the extra charge he's going to get from Bane's kit,
you're going to charge up C's ultimate fast.
But again, this solidifies my hot take that this is an offensive team only. Because in 3 months, if you want to put this on defense, it's going to get face fucked.
I see both the teams, Bane and this one, being offensive.
This episode just went from rated R to rated X.
I did just say face fuck, didn't I?
And we had Bo-Katan in the same sentence.
Well, then there's that.
No, that's face sitting. That's different.
God damn it. God damn it.
Dag nabbit.
Don't listen to this podcast around your children, folks.
No, I have warned people about that. If you're sitting in your car going to work and you got your kids all tucked in the back seat, seatbelts on, driving them to school, don't turn our shit on.
And they end up being crackheads. It's Logan's fault.
I'm just dropping F-bombs about a video game. I'm not promoting massive narcotic use. Jesus, Bob. Fuck.
F-bombs are a gateway drug to crack. Clearly.
Swugga is crack, though. It's a form of crack.
Swiggo to weed to methamphetamine. Holy shit.
Yeah. No. It's weed to meth to swugga.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, this is the worst. This is at the bottom of the barrel. And Logan can't say anything because he says, I could be snorting cocaine off strippers' asses, but instead I'm spending all my money on swag.
You know what? I put money away for me and the wife's house, and I buy stupid fucking Transformers and play Swiggo. That's what I do.
It's okay, buddy. We're just
I'm not doing lines of coke off a hooker's ass, and I'm not gambling.
This is a
Hey,
family
it's the
friendly
Hulk.
podcast.
Yo, the Hulk said it the best. I see this as an absolute win.
So, anyways, what do you guys
What do
think?
we? What do we think of? What else? What do you guys think? I gave my hot take that this is offense only. What do you guys think about this? Is this better than the Bane kit, or are you guys thinking that Bane, like, who's going to make a bigger impact?
Okay, so I'm gonna weigh in on this first, just because looking at the two things, looking at Bane and then looking how to unlock him versus looking at Bo-Katan and how to unlock her. I honestly think Bo-Katan is gonna make a bigger long-term impact, but Bane is gonna make a bigger short-term impact depending on when they unlock. Like with Bo-Katan, for example, you're also getting Keller and Beck, which is the territory war version of Qui-Gon Jinn's Omicron. You're getting a couple other Mandalorians in there, so you can already have that squad pre-assembled. So you're going to have a brand new squad with a phenomenal leadership that you can drop one, maybe two, or if you're crazy, all three Omicrons on, and you've got this stellar team for Grand Arena that's going to take the next couple months by storm, and then it's going to kind of flow into like the metas and the counters and all that. With Darth Bane, however, I mean, think about, if you guys remember, if you've been playing to that point, when Darth Nihilus very first came out, like you got him as a marquee character, and he was 3-star, but you were going through Galactic War, and you were just like, okay, I just need to get to his ultimate where I immediately eat somebody, and boom, that's one less character I have to worry about no matter what. And he is still somewhat relevant thanks to, a couple of quick updates where, okay, he's going to eat somebody. It's going to completely remove them off the board. And then I only have to deal with X amount less. And Bane's going to make that a more long or a more short-term thing. Because think about all the people that if you can just make sure they don't revive, it's going to make your life infinitely easier in the game.
I'm so glad you brought up Darth Nihilus. That was the first character that I ever bought the crystal character shard packs for.
Mm-hmm.
He was so cool when he released. He's still to this day is like one of my favorite characters.
Knights of the Old Republic too. Like, learning about him, you were like, "Yo, who the fuck is this cat?"
And you're like, "Whoa, wait a minute! He just eats. He eats souls."
Literally. And I'm sorry.
That's how he stays alive. He eats souls.
I think his kit could use a touch up, but cooldown increases and an insta kill. He's still good.
Still relevant.
Years later, yeah. I mean, they did phenomenal with the Trey Omicron, but like I was sitting back and thinking and theorizing, it's like Trey could be like the Grand Arena version, and then they could do something similar for Darth Nihilus in territory battles, just him just fucking eating the entire opponents, and then Darth Sion in territory wars. Because out of the three right now, Darth Sion is just like the bastard child of them, because he was phenomenal as a character. I love KOTOR 2 to death, but he's definitively fallen by the wayside.
He's definitely left out of that squad.
Yeah.
I feel
especially in threes, right? You take him out and you put in Savage.
Yep.
I feel like Darth Sion has been shit on.
I remember Sion's release, and in Arena and Squad Arena, it was awful because it was not Sith Eternal, it was Emperor Palpatine, and it was whoever could get the turn meter train rolling fastest, because Sion would get held by hatred and you'd have to kill him twice, and it'd be too late because you'd have Sion and Nihilus, and then they would just annihilate you, and then they drop Traya.
The one problem with Sion is he takes too long to get his taunt off. I like everything else about him. He just doesn't taunt fast enough.
He needs a pre-taunt.
Yeah, put that on him so I don't have to use Sith Empire Trooper.
He really
give him more defense.
He does need a pre-taunt, and I'm sorry, when he gets to that point where he does the enrage and he can revive, he should be doing so much more damage.
Yeah. Not to mention his pain should be irresistible debuff.
That's a good idea.
I agree. Yeah, no, that's a really good point, dude. Yeah, I'm on board with that 100%.
I actually, if that was like a TW Omicron, I would consider that because that team is really fun to use.
It really is. Do you guys use Treya and the Triumphant or Savage like exclusively on offense or defense? Or
Always,
or both?
always on offense.
Offense.
Yeah, absolutely offense. That's something that can kill a lot of teams or clean up real easily if you need it.
It's versatile, and you can use it for a couple different good counters, whether it's TW or GAC. I love to use them on offense.
Yep. Metho Swugget, what's up, my friend? You thought it was going to be a hot tub stream. Well, I can quickly make one for you if you want me to. It's not a problem. So let me know. Now I better get some subs up in here, though.
Hot tub stream is going to be New Year's Eve. That's what that's going to be.
Yep. What just happened?
I went live
Oh, okay. Well, you screwed up
on the game.
Stuff. Okay, well.
Oh, my bad. I should have
warned
warned you.
I needed some.
I was doing the activate.
Hold on, everybody. I gotta get all this set up. And now I can hear my voice on somebody's. I'm getting feedback from my. Is that you as well?
I don't think it's me. Yeah, it's not me.
It might be me. I've got a microphone.
Are you still getting?
Like I can hear feedback.
What does it sound like?
It's like an echo. Of everybody. Even Crafting Way said. Undo your live and see what happens. Yeah, so you have to open up your program, and then when you share the screen, you have to pick the program. You were sharing like the stream on when I don't know.
I thought I did this before to do my GAC. I just hit share your screen on Discord. I just hit that one button and
try it again, I guess. But it was echoing.
All right, you try that. What do I go on? BlueStacks app player or?
Yeah.
Let me try that.
Let me see it again.
Is that better?
Yes, that works. All
right. So then that was on me because I'm a technological idiot.
That's okay.
So if you were folks inconvenienced by some erratic noise, you can blame me. So
always blame him, no matter what the problem is.
Fuck her off.
All right, so explain what's going on because you kind of just started doing things.
So I did the bow event. It's all done. I was going to do it live, but it drove me nuts and drove me to drink, and it was a pain in the ass, and it was hard, but it was challenging and fun. But I'm sorry, I'm not the Hugh Hefner of Swigo. I'm not Arnold. I don't get into a robe and put on my Mr. T starter kit and do that. But I thought I would at least share with everybody that I'm going to activate her. And right here, right now, Relic 8, 3 Zetas, 3 Omicrons, getting done. Do it. Getting it done. We're just going to do it. And I've actually been hoarding crystals for this. So I'm a little over 10K. So that way if I hit a road, it's probably overkill, but if I hit a roadblock with a piece of gear, I'm just going to fucking buy it because I don't give a shit as I spend. So there she is. It's sexy bitch. That's a nice sword. To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of the women.
Is that an actual quote he did?
Yes,
it is.
The original
Conan the Barbarian.
Thank you, Common. Very well done, sir.
I see you're a man of culture as well.
Indeed. Glad someone's fucking tracking. Bob, you heathen.
I've seen it when I was like, I don't know, 8.
All right, so we're just going to bring her up to level 85, get that out of the way. Oh, you guys, how many Bo-Katans do you think are going to get unlocked in this on day one? Because
Less than 1,000.
Yeah,
I was going to say there's a way to find out how many were done. I was actually going to say less than 800.
Oh yeah, 100%. Between
Because-
like Keller and Beck and IG-12 not being farmable, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, Cal only had, 1,000 or something, and the requirements were less.
Yeah, it was
Not-
gear 12.
Not to mention,
Uh-oh.
people had more time to get the
Really?
characters as well. Like
I love getting stuck behind garbage fucking gear.
they released this event quick. I was actually very surprised.
You know, that's the thing. I listened to a lot of other content creators, and a lot of people were like, this is going to hit after Christmas. It's going to hit in January at some point. And I'm going, I don't know, man. I think they're going to nail us with this just before Christmas.
I think I said just before Christmas as well.
I think you did too, Avant. Yeah.
People are talking about in the chat Jedi Cal. Jedi Cal was around 2,000 for the first event.
XR Coon said 30 as of 5 hours ago are relicked.
That's pretty crazy.
You know, one? Really? You fucking cockroach? This is why I could never do a stream for kids. I can't self-censor. It's difficult for me.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy.
Like, please don't listen to my show during bringing your kids to school. I would feel really bad.
Matter of
Like,
fact, just don't listen to us at all. Turn
Dad,
your-
he said
Daddy?
fucking
Yeah.
cockroach. What is
Daddy,
what is-
what's a fucking cockroach?
what does that mean? Cockroaches actually fuck?
Will you explain the plot of Mando Season 3 to me, Dad?
I need 45 of those? Oh my god. Well,
Just
Drew
buy
wants
it
to
with
know, does she have
buy it
the
with
best?
your Guild 1 currency from the raid. That's the best way you should buy those.
yeah, you're right. I'm just being a fucking spending idiot.
You're being yes, you're being idiotic.
I'm being a whale. All right, so here we go. What do I need? Oh, I need those. Of course we do.
Still, Guild 1
Look,
from
yep.
the raid.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, right there.
Drew wants to
You
know,
bought
does she,
2,000
Hey,
instead of
This is why I wanted to do this shit online. That way you will stop me from, you know.
Can you slow the fuck down and let me help you?
Sorry. All right. So I'm good. Can I upgrade now?
Just hit the button.
Thank you.
hit the fucking button, man.
Okay. Now all right. So this I've got.
I want to see you buy something with real money, though. This is boring. I want you to actually pay for something.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, Bob. Really? Is that what you want? That
Buy
get your
some
dick
crystals.
hard?
Yes.
Are you good? Will that make you happy? You fucking prick. All right,
It's
fine.
super hard right now. Please do that.
Oh my god. It's the
Not
first time
really,
he's actually
guys.
gonna watch somebody spend money on this. Hold on. Buy more crystals. Let's see. You know what? Fuck it. Let's buy 20 just because I can. Because I don't give a shit. Here we go.
Oh, I thought you were going for a crate, man.
Really? It's Christmas time. I got 4 children.
Yes, Santa Rains crates.
Oh, you better hope this doesn't
Hold
show
on.
up. You should
Hold
hide
on.
this.
I can take it off. I can take it off. Just give me a second. I gotta find
What
it.
is that? I still got to enter my fucking password.
Hold on. Don't put it.
Yeah, but just
Yeah, take that because I don't. Yeah, that's not
there.
cool.
Okay, it's off. It's off. You're good to go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm taking notes. But
Fuck
no one
you.
but no one else can see it.
That's fucked up. No, don't remember me on this device, you prick.
oh yeah, it's off the Twitch stream, but it's on Discord, but it's not on the Twitch stream.
I have access to most of your accounts anyway, so
All right,
Your
this is
password
not
is
working because I
Boner
always.
Jams 6969.
This is not working because I auto
it's okay. bud.
populate
I
my
was
password. Like,
That's okay. I was just fucking
really, you made me like, for Christ's sake. Good night, Ungawa.
His password's Bo Katan Face Sitter.
Oh yeah, it is
36.
69.
He sits on her face.
Now we went X-rated, motherfuckers.
Hey, real quick.
That's right. Welcome to the Cantina. Pole dancing with Bo.
So Drew wants to know, does she have the Beskar armor pad on her right shoulder?
I didn't pay that much attention, but I will look now.
When she swings to her left, does she twitch a little? Does her arm go downward a little bit?
No, she does not have the Beskar on her left.
Yes, she
shoulder.
does. Yeah, that's
No, the right shoulder. It's just silver. It doesn't have the Beskar plate.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I need 15 of these fucking things. Can I buy them?
Havoria says it looks like there are only currently 261 7-star Killer and Becks in the game right now, which would tell you about.
Yeah,
That's
do that. That's
Damn.
good, Logan. And then you're gonna have to farm them.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to point out one thing too. CG took this opportunity to potentially put in a brand new piece of gear and a brand new paywall piece of gear because Mandalorians and their whole armor thing is a whole shtick, and they didn't do it. So I think
You fucking cockroach.
yeah. While we have to be cautious because we, don't want to be like, well, thank goodness they didn't do this. We should at least be like, oh, thank God they didn't do that yet.
Now you give me
That's
two.
a problem for future Swugga players.
Dollar, listen, I told you, they listen. Every time we say something, it comes to fruition. So
That is a crock of shit. I don't buy a second of it. Take that tinfoil hat off.
Oh, we didn't do tinfoil segment.
We didn't.
I have a great one for next week, though.
Do you want me to read the viewer questions while you're
No,
mindlessly
please go
putting
right
gear on?
ahead while I'm
Yeah.
I'm spending and burning crystals. And can I buy any of this fucking swag? Can I buy this stuff? Oh, there. Well, no.
Buy
Yeah,
this-
4. That works.
Don't use your. Oh, you don't have any purple tokens. How many do you need? 40.
Yeah. So I don't have a choice.
What you're gonna probably have to do crystals. Do you need other stuff? Like, what's the other gear piece? I know this one's a data pad, but
I'm sitting at 9,990. I'm not worried about revenue.
okay.
So
Then hit the fucking
buy it.
button.
Yep.
One of
This is
those times where it's worth burning the
By the
crystals
way,
to get
for all
the
of you-
character to where it needs to be.
This is the life of a spender. This is what we do. We just look at superfluous shit and go, "Yeah, I'll just fucking buy it." That's what we do.
I'm sorry. Was that Pat Mahomes in the chat?
Fuck off.
Great. Now what do I need?
Another data pad, and
Oh,
this is
no.
where you're fucked.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
You gonna refresh?
No. Actually, that's actually not a bad idea.
Can you buy one crafted?
Yes, that's always for sale.
Woo! Oh
Fuck.
shit!
Jesus Christ.
That's a mint.
I told you.
5,600.
I told you. She's going to relegate. I'm a man of my word.
God damn.
I'll just buy another 50-pack crystals and be right back where I was. I'm good.
I know, but butthole puckered after that one.
Upgrade that bits.
My butthole puckered for a hot second when you did that. Sorry.
You know, I've never even went to that screen before. I didn't even know that they could be that expensive. That is crazy.
You didn't flinch, and my butthole got really tight. And then you bought something for 5,600 crystals.
I'm a man of my word. I'm not going to sit here and wait till tomorrow. Stay tuned for the tomorrow stream. No, fuck that. No, we're doing this right now. Right now.
But you should do, not necessarily like on this stream, but you should do streams like this more often. It is fun to watch.
I'm going to. From now on, when I get something new like this is what I'm going to do. Fuck the event. I ain't got that kind of patience. But you want to watch me spit shit to get it done? Yeah, then you can watch. Cool.
All right.
Great.
While you're doing this, I'm going to start reading the viewer questions.
All right, go ahead. I'm on Relic 6 right now. We're still going. We're not stopping until we hit Relic 8.
First question is from Extreme Makeover Alderon. How long did it take Old Man to clean up the cantina after Bones and Avant broke in last week?
Oh shit!
Old man,
Some shit.
He
That
still
took
hasn't.
hours. It took me several hours.
still a mess.
He's still
It
got to
was
get the black lights out.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I don't think we've had a question from this viewer before, so I think this is a first time question, unless they change their Discord handle. This one's from Chowderhead. Do all these Lightspeed bundles feel like a cash grab before the game loses support?
I mean, I've never had an. I just don't.
I don't
see
think the
losing
game's losing support.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters that can still come out. They honestly do the bare minimum in this game, and people stay around. They do the bare fucking minimum. The graphics are so outdated, everything's so outdated, and they're making billions. I'm sure they're up to $5 billion gross. And whenever you're a company and you can see that you can put a minimum into something.
Logan, go to the scavenger. Stop buying pieces and go to the scavenger. I'm dying inside watching you do this frantically.
I know. I need to sit through Avant's.
Your absolute inefficiencies are giving tremendous anxiety.
I really apologize. I'm sorry.
Logan, remind me, what's your GP? Oh wait, never mind. I'll just have to wait 2 seconds to watch you upgrade this.
Yep.
You are at 12.1. Okay, so you don't quite give a fuck about anything else because you've got most everything.
No.
Oh, well, wait till I slap 3 Omicrons on this bitch. Here we go.
Okay, so do you guys have anything else to add about it? Is the game losing support? Like, do you think the Lightspeed bundles are a cash grab before the game loses support?
No, I don't. I think this is healthy for the game. It's bringing more players in. Granted, you got to spend money. If anything, I think everything CG is doing is a strategy to drown out free-to-play.
I think it's
they're
encouraging.
literally trying to drown out free-to-play.
It's encouraging people to spend $20 to get good characters that are old up to playable levels, minus having Zetas.
But at the same time, the true free-to-play players that are being surrounded by these people buying these $20, $40 packs for 2 GLs, they're feeling pressure to have to spend, even though they don't want to. I was talking to Nev, and like, there's people that they're not going to. I don't care if it's for $1. They're not going to spend the money for it. But there's not very many, and it's making less and less people like that. And so it's even putting more pressure on people who want to be free to play to spend money as well. So I think it's all good for business.
I think $10 for an old GL is a really good value.
Yeah.
I think $10 for any GL is a damn good value, honestly.
I think in New York State, most people should quit smoking and play Swiggo, because that's about what a pack of cigarettes is.
It is. No,
I'm just saying.
It really is $10
even if they
a pack.
took it to, like, you know how they used to have the random packs? Like, if you were like, okay, $10 and you'll randomly unlock. Yeah, I know, dog. I know. Come on. But if you take $10 and you get to randomly unlock the requirements for one Galactic Legend, and you just spin the wheel, I'd be like, sure, okay, that's. I mean, I'll spin the wheel like 3 or 4 times, see what happens.
Especially if the wheel clicks when it spins, like it makes a sound.
Yeah, that's the good brain scratcher right there.
But let's take away even getting the GL part. If you just gave me 5 characters from like nothing to Relic 5, that's worth $10. Let alone all the other shit that you're getting with it. Because I just did that. My wife let me buy the Phoenix pack because I have Rex R7, I have Hera, but everyone else is just like Gear 8 or something. So
up to Relic 3, that's good value.
Yeah, so I bought that one too. So now if I didn't have Rex, I wouldn't have done it though.
Yeah. Next comment / question is from Drew. Drew says, there is no question, just a statement. Twitch is now allowing artistic nudity. I am worried what Bones might do.
So do I pull my dick out now, or should I wait till next time?
Now we're X-rated.
whatever you guys want. You're the fans. I'll give you guys what you want.
If any of our fans say they want Bob to pull their dick out, I'm finding a new show.
Yeah, I'm quitting.
Can I show it? Can I show a nipple?
No.
I have some weird looking nipples. Look at them babies.
What?
Those things are pepperonis.
All right, so there she is. Relegate all Zetas, all Omicrons. Let's throw a mod set on her and see what we come up with. Now, at one part in the kit, they did say that they want it benefits you to have her slower than Bam. So I don't.
Yeah, turn order.
Yeah, I don't think speed is too much of an issue. So again, I would want to give her.
You want to put flat offense on her, right?
I would almost think health, just to make her, because with all the bonuses, she's going to gain so much offense. I mean, she's doing true damage. Is that based off your offense?
Yes.
Oy.
True damage means that the amount of offense you have cannot be reduced, but you cannot crit. So you deal just base offense. So crit damage is useless, crit chance is useless. She's just going to deal flat offense.
Are you about to test her or something? Like, what are you about
I was
to
thinking
do?
about it. I mean,
In arena?
her best shit is all with Omicron, so I don't know how.
Let me keep reading. We don't have that many questions.
No, go ahead.
So I'll keep going. Bodhi says, thanks to AI, they've immediately stopped allowing artistic nudity, so we are safe for the moment.
Oh shit!
And
so
then
now we're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, you just got us flagged or something, probably.
God
Thanks,
damn it.
Bob. Appreciate it.
So then Bodhi says, so they moved Conquest to start on a Wednesday, probably so some poor intern can be in the office to try and bug fix it. But should they make this permanent so TB and Conquest start on different days?
Yes, I fucking bitch about that every time it happens. Yes.
Well, I was actually talking to another former guild member. I just put up an announcement in our Discord to be like, hey, as a reminder, TB starts Monday. Any mandatory farms, get them done by then. And he messaged me. He's like, no, TB starts on Wednesday, man. I'm just like, I screenshot the start date in game, and I was just like, you sure about that? So maybe there's something funky going on around there because people are getting different information on that.
I don't know.
Does TB start late? I didn't look at the start date for it, but
Right now it starts
I know
on Monday.
Conquest is pushed back. Did they push back TB as well?
Bo was slower by Bam by 3 speed. That is perfect. All right, let's go into.
I wouldn't think they need to push that back because TB is set on its auto run.
Yeah,
right?
TB's not starting late. I think it's just Conquest.
No, TB starts in 3 days, 14 hours.
And do we know why they're doing it, or are they just being friendly because of Christmas?
No, they're absolutely starting Conquest late because it's the first iteration, and they want someone there to do bug control if they need to.
Can you just imagine that one guy in the dark with the laptop?
Oh God, just sitting there in CG headquarters jerking off.
Oh well,
by himself.
this is a
To my
ugly table.
nipples.
Fence. All right. Well, that was gross.
I mean, he's got to pass the time somehow. It's going to be a lonely Christmas for this guy.
Next question is from Sturm. Sturm asks, why is Darth Bane's saber staff not red?
What color is it?
It's yellow, orange.
Mac and cheese. That's what it is.
I don't know. Are you guys familiar with the lore? Was that what he had?
I'm not. I'm not forward on the lore. I don't know.
Did he have the staff in Clone Wars?
I actually thought about this. I should go back and watch that episode again.
Yeah, you're our Clone Wars guy.
I don't remember that episode. I know it happened, but I don't remember it.
All right, I'm taking the plunge, gentlemen. I put a really decent light side Datacron. I got the team in place. I'm gonna go
You
up
going
against
against
Java and see what
Java?
the fuck happens.
No,
I mean,
no.
what the fuck? What's I gonna do? Leia? He's not gonna beat
It
Leia.
was an
I don't.
inside joke. It's
Oh, okay, I was gonna say I don't think this team
IG-12.
will beat. I don't think this team will beat Leia with on the ground. So,
I'll be
but
quiet.
yeah, I do have my armor at Relic 8 because of the last raid. Paz Vizsla is a 9. Bam is 8. I mean, really, he's a healer. He's 7. That's
I
all you
don't know,
need.
man. I think that's too low relics. I don't know. Maybe
Shut up.
armor should be 9, probably.
No, I don't think so.
I just seen if I could get you to do it.
I can't wait for you to
No.
get completely obliterated and just be mad.
And R9, everybody.
Yeah, I'll get drunk with you guys. I'm looking at my bank account. It'll be like a night in Vegas.
To
We
be
should go to
fair,
Vegas sometime. Let's do it. On
The
your
fuck I
none of
will
card.
you.
None of
You
your
know I'm
GAC
broke, so you be
Omicrons
paying
are
for
active.
everything.
I know, and that's why testing just sucks because
Yeah,
all the good shit she has, none of it's going to matter. I'm probably going to get
yeah.
my face handed to me.
If it doesn't
You're gonna get your
crash.
face sat on.
If it's by Bo Katan, I'm cool with that.
Is it your thing? Okay. Is it mine?
It's
thing
super
lagging?
laggy.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
super laggy.
It is.
That's fine. Let's see what she can do.
So far, not much.
Just getting fired on.
Yeah.
Anytime now. Dude, have you taken a turn yet?
No, I haven't.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is laggy. Holy shit. What the fuck is going on?
It's probably just
Yeah,
blue stacks.
Boba. Wait, no, there's no Boba in this one. So you gonna go into dump stance or you gonna healing
So
immunity?
we're going to dump stance. Yeah. Let's get some burn on everybody.
And by everybody, you mean 2 characters?
I'm at 11 stacks of that ancestral shit already. 12.
I mean, maybe she'll release some fury here in a minute. I don't know.
Either that or the lag. Good lord.
Yeah, the lag is real. If anyone's watching,
It's probably just your blue stacks. Blue stacks is trash.
That poor little intern over at the Star Wars headquarters is being like, "Oh fuck, Logan's at it again."
Yep. Logan sent it over.
Yeah.
something bad's about to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got a lot of therms, man. It's that data.
Yep.
Oh no! I guess that Beskar armor ain't worth shit.
Okay,
For
so
those not able to see, Bouch Leia threw her detonator out to blow up all the thermals, and everyone died except for Bo-Katan and Paz Vizsla.
Yeah, that was nasty. That was not fun.
So I saw earlier that someone said, I think maybe Exar Kun or someone said that Fatal took out a Vader, a Lord Vader. Oh, you're done? Okay. Never mind.
All right, so I'm going to get back to the viewer questions.
Yes, please do.
Next question's from Drew. Drew asks, who are the characters you think will come to the game this year?
Okay, here's my tinfoil hat. Do you guys want to go first?
Professional
here you go.
hat here.
CommanDollar, do you have a good one?
Yeah, I've got one that's kind of been sitting in my back pocket, and I'm still waiting for it. Jedi Padawan Obi-Wan, who has like stupid good synergy with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Love it.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like that.
If you think about it, think about in your Grand Arena, like if you're
I love that.
using Qui-Gon, you're using Qui-Gon, you're using like a Yoda or like a General Kenobi, but the big mainstay is that you're getting Jedi Knight Anakin in there, because he just, Qui-Gon dies and he just goes kaboom and kills like as many as physically possible.
Yeah.
But the original person that did that was Padawan Obi-Wan, where he's just
Cut
like,
someone in
oh, well,
half.
my master's dead. I'm just gonna go ham on this guy.
Yep.
And dude, if they had him like jump behind the team and hit him, because there's not a character that does that. Can you like the high ground from Phantom Menace, how he jumped up behind and slashed him in half? That'd be cool if
Well,
they did it.
They did say the next Conquest character is going to be light side.
Well, let me go next because I didn't think about that character, but I think me and Avant talked about this last week. But this coming year is the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. That would make sense. Him as one. I'm thinking Bail Organa. I'm thinking Captain Panaka. Yes, Jar Jar for real. I'm not kidding. And maybe those four and maybe another fifth could unlock like a legendary Queen Amidala, and maybe she could be another like passive character like Watt or something, or like Jabba or something like that. But I guarantee you're going to get several Phantom Menace characters this year. And I also think you're going to get the Ahsoka show stuff. Probably an Ahsoka GL or some kind of GL from that show as well. You know, you could get the new Ezra with the beard, and you could get, what's the guy that you like, Logan, with the crazy mask, the stormtrooper guy? That was Thrawn's right-hand man.
And,
Enoch.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure, you'll probably get that Night Sister. You know what I'm saying. So I think we're going to get Phantom Menace, and I think we're going to get Ahsoka content. What about you, Avant?
So, characters I think will come. I'm also going to, thread that in with characters that I hope will come to the game.
Okay.
One of them is Luthen. We haven't had any Andor content.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think
Luthen
it's coming.
would be,
I think it's going to be a random character.
He would be such a cool, random marquee, or he could even be a Conquest character. Whatever. Some kind of, cool scoundrel or spy or something. Another character that I think would be really fun. Oh shit! I lost my train of thought. Go ahead, Logan. You jump in.
To be honest, Darth Bane threw me for a loop. I had a feeling. We saw the writing on the wall about Mandalorians. We knew something was coming. But Darth Bane kind of threw me for a loop, and now the fact that they already told us that the next conquest, even after this, is going to be light side, and not a ship, but a tune. So their CG is in a direction, because obviously they just did Bo. We got Christmas, the New Year. We don't. Something bigger is going to be coming a little bit further down the road, a couple months from now after Bo, but I honestly don't know. But the other thing we got to think about is eventually, in the next 9 months, they're going to be working on another raid.
Oh, you know who the other character I'd like to see? Crosshair. I'd like to see Crosshair.
And you want to talk about tinfoil hat. So I thought about this the other day, and here's my tinfoil hat moment.
Yay.
If they're going to do a new raid and they want to do something different, I don't know how this would work with characters or whatnot, but it would very possibly implement the one that shall not be named into the game, because we are approaching the anniversary of the Phantom Menace, and I feel like we may be heading back into a prequel kind of direction again.
Yeah.
I could very well see the next raid being a pod racing raid.
Ugh.
And very similar to the mechanics of how the speeder bike raid is done, considering that that's what they've worked on. They already have the format, so they could just add on to something with it. So I could see a Padawan Kenobi, a Jar Jar, Captain Panaka,
Sebulba.
certain characters. Maybe. Again, I loved what you guys said in the last episode. He throws a wrench at you.
Watto. We got the best Watto impersonator in here.
There's definitely one person.
I flap my wings, smack you in the face while you're looking for a Nubian.
If anybody knows, if
one big
anybody in
character,
CG
though.
listens to this or watches this, we better get the Watto reveal. God damn it. And the
Quick shout out to Swampgrass. Thanks for the raid, dude.
Yeah, Swamp. Sorry, buddy. Love you, brother. Thank you for the raid, my man. Hope all's well.
Thank you.
And everyone else coming in. But go ahead, man. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead, brother.
That was my tinfoil hat. That, with what they're trying to experiment with the raid, and the fact that I feel like they're heading into a episode 1, 2, and 3 kind of direction. Yeah.
God forbid, do they give us a young Anakin?
Ugh, no.
No. No, I really like Common's comment on that. A Padawan Kenobi. I like that. That's a really good idea.
That's
If they're going to do Padawan Kenobi, I would also like to see Jedi Dooku. That would be really cool.
Yes.
Maybe fuck. I'm like completely lost for thoughts.
But that's not
Sifo
really
Dyas.
prequels. That's not really prequels, though.
Sifo Dyas as well.
I agree with you. I want to see that, but I think that's one. There's times when they don't really have anything to do, and they just release random marquees. Sometimes, I feel like that's what Tales of the Jedi would kind of ensue.
Well, the only other
characters as well.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is that they finally do it. They do a Death Star raid, and Meatball gets to finally release what he's teased people about for 2 fucking years, which is Red 5.
I'd be happy with that. We've all been wanting it. I want a ship raid. There's not one raid with
You know
ships
what?
in it.
Well, the other thing is, again, tinfoil hat back on, there's a possibility that something like that could happen. Because if you look at it, Admiral Akbar, we don't do shit with, nor do we do anything with Kyle Katarn's ship. You add Red 5, one fucking ship that ties that fleet together
With Biggs and Wedge.
Yeah.
Triple X-Wing.
Yeah.
Porkins. Bring us Porkins. He was a legend.
I'm right with you, Red 3.
Well,
all right, next question is also from Drew. Drew asked a couple questions in a row. So, was that CommanDollar?
I said there's one other character we haven't even talked about that's potential for 2024.
Let's hear it.
What's that?
Steve Palpatine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've got a Mon Mothma character, which is just, you can't target her, and basically she sends all these rebel fighters to go do the bidding. But why not a Sheev Palpatine?
Would it be Chancellor Palpatine or Senator Palpatine?
It depends on what route they go. I mean, they've released multiple characters in the past, but they could also pull, how Mon Mothma, she gets the rebel recruit as a 6th character and then upgrades him over time. Maybe he upgrades himself over time, where he's just like, oh, he's a senator, and then he's a galactic, the grand, whatever it was, the Supreme Chancellor. That's what it is.
Supreme Chancellor.
But he has to basically build himself up over time. So he gets a new buff or debuff or whatever it is. And obviously
to be more manipulative and twist stats. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, Dollar. Yeah. Those are all characters I didn't even think about, man. Those are all great ones.
Yeah.
All right. So
next question is from Drew. How screwed would your kids be if you were in charge of getting them Christmas gifts and wrapping them?
They wouldn't get gifts at all, and they wouldn't be wrapped.
What?
How screwed would they be?
I'm a terrible gift buyer, but I can wrap a gift with the best of them.
I am a good gift buyer, but I couldn't wrap a cube. So there's that.
Dollar? How's your wrapping skills, man?
Well, I don't have any kids yet, so I'd say my wrapping skills are pretty damn good.
There you go.
Yeah, thankfully, my wife tried to make me do it last year, and it made her so mad that I just hang out while she does it. So it's actually a blessing. It's a blessing not to be able to wrap good.
Drew's next question. I actually really like this one. I'm intrigued to hear everyone's answers. Favorite wrestler can be someone who is not active.
And that's the
Undertaker.
bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
I knew you were going to say that, and I'm not judging you even a little.
Who are you referring to?
Are you serious?
Is it Bob or me? Because I said the Undertaker.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Undertaker.
Yeah.
Why is Stone Cold a bad choice?
No, I love Stone Cold.
Okay.
One
of my favorite moments was when Stone Cold drove the beer truck down the ramp.
And Dallas McMahon. That was when I started watching, man. Okay, but I do want to say it's even because Crafting Way says Mick Foley. That motherfucker is the craziest goddamn person I've ever seen. And that
the king of taking punishment.
Dude, and that Undertaker Hell in a Cell with him, I could watch over and over and over again.
Yeah, Undertaker threw him off the cage.
And got back up.
I don't think that was planned. I think they improvised that.
There were some things that weren't planned. I think when he got back up, climbed back up to the top.
No, him busting through the
top of the cell.
Through the cage, that wasn't planned.
Yeah.
Throwing him off the cage, that was.
Yeah. I would say that's
the
greatest wrestling match ever made or ever done.
Dollar, are you a wrestling guy? You watch any wrestling?
Oh, absolutely. My favorite match has to be Undertaker versus HBK at WrestleMania.
Which one? The Streak vs. Career?
Was it 13?
Yeah, Streak vs. Career. I mean, that was... No. That's got to be second, actually. Second, best match. First best match has to be HBK versus Ric Flair for retirement. Because that was just an emotional roller coaster.
That was heartbreaking.
And then they always come back a couple years later. I think Ric Flair is still wrestling.
My favorite wrestler when I was watching wrestling was Chris Jericho. That's going to be my choice.
Hey, do you remember before he came to WWF, there was a countdown for like months. And it said like Y2J. And I don't think anyone knew what it was. And then it hit 0 and he came out.
It was the best. That sound is like, it hurts your ears to listen to. Like whatever the alarm sound is.
Yep.
Love it.
Also, I loved that time. I would buy the CDs to the intros or whatever.
Oh yeah, totally.
That was a great genre of intros.
Last question from Drew. We have not done a food question in a while. Favorite guilty pleasure snack food?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Is guilty pleasure like something you don't want to admit that you eat, or just like what?
No, I don't think it's something that you're afraid to admit. It's just like, what do you like to eat, like knowing that you shouldn't eat it?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh yeah, I gained I gained 95 pounds because I lived off of the Reese's peanut butter eggs after they go on sale. We bought them all, and I lived off them for a little bit.
90 pounds? You need to readjust your diet.
This was during COVID, and so I just sat there and played games.
You need to readjust your diet.
I'm back to my weight, but yeah, I weighed. I would
have a steak and a salad.
I went from 170 pounds to 220 because I'm not kidding you guys. I lived off peanut butter eggs, so I'll agree with you on that.
I think my choice is barbecue Pringles.
I love Pringles. You know what? Pringles are the best chips. Like, they're all good. All their flavors I could eat.
You get your fucking hand stuck in the container.
I like that commercial. Have you seen those commercials? Where they get their,
That's why I said it.
Yep. Dollar,
what about you, Dollar?
Yeah, Common, what do you think?
Tater tots, hands down. Just go to the store, get a big old bag of cheap-ass tater tots, fry them until they're crunchy, and then just do whatever you want with them.
Oh, bake them, and then just before they're done, throw some cheese on them and bake them.
Throw some cheese on that bitch.
Remember every show, Logan, when you complained about just how this makes you hungry?
Yes. And he just mentioned it. And now I'm fucking hungry.
TK asked another food question.
Oh,
favorite taco include what shell and all ingredients?
Can I just read something from the chat real quick?
Yeah.
JLA, good to see you, my friend. He says pig intestines stuffed with meat, rice, and blood.
So he basically likes aggists. What the fuck is the matter with you? Go to Applebee's, you sick fuck. Holy shit. It's
Are they
real
from the
food.
Philippines?
What's the matter
That's
with
like that's a Southeastern Asian food.
I just had to read
you?
that.
That's
I'm
fucking
sorry.
shit on a stick. That's gross. Cow stomach. Fuck you. No. Not
Not doing that, fellas. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but no.
Good night. No. Weird fucking people watch our
Cow
show.
stomach. That's called tripe.
Yep. I'm good. I know a lot of people who would enjoy it. They're not the only
All right.
ones, but
Favorite taco, shell and ingredients. Go.
if somebody
so-
says Taco Bell, I'm gonna punch him because that shit's gross.
Okay, well, you got to punch me because I'm going to go first, and I'm going to say the beefy melt burrito from Taco Bell. Let me tell you, when you are a poor, starving man and you want something that's satiating and satisfying, you get 2 of those, you're going to be a very happy individual for the
All right,
moment.
But you are going to be on the toilet for the next 3 days, though. All right.
Listen, shit happens one way or the other. I'm going to be
happens.
full when it happens.
Literally.
That's right.
So I take a half a pound of ground pork, half a pound of ground beef, a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper. I have a seasoning that is bacon flavored. Lightly sprinkle that on. Taco seasoning. Cook it down. Reduce the fat. Drain it. Soft shell. Romaine, not iceberg, because a fucking rat couldn't live off iceberg. Cut that up very finely. A little bit of chives if you like sour cream. Diced tomatoes. A little bit of green pepper. Red onion, because I think red onion flavors with meat better than white onion. Make it nicely. Add a little salsa or taco sauce. Wrap it up. Serve. Magnifique.
Are you making a
Beautiful.
taco or a feast for hobbits?
Look, I have second breakfast. All right? So fuck off.
Sounds like something Samwise Gamgee came up with.
Dude, another hobby I have is cooking. I love to cook and elevate dishes. Like people go, oh, taco, meat, shell, cheese, eat. No, I like to try shit. You know?
Well, I know Avance is going to be just as bougie, so let's hear Avance.
Okay,
I
so
can cook. I see some of the shit he puts in grilling and chilling. Homeboy can make some shit.
I have a 2-part answer. Favorite taco I like to make is chorizo taco with a fresh pico de gallo.
See?
That's
Simple.
I like it.
And pico
Good
de
man.
gallo is good shit.
Favorite taco that I've ever eaten? I was in Key West. Sorry, I didn't fully answer the question. Corn or flour tortilla? Personally, I'm more of a corn tortilla guy,
Corn.
but flour can be good. I prefer corn though. But when I was in Key West, I had a fried avocado taco.
Ooh.
So they took it wasn't a half of an avocado. They like did slices of them, battered them, deep fried them, and then put like a verde salsa on top. Holy shit. It was so good. It was
chalupa?
No. So the avocado slices were crunchy, but the avocado was like warm because it was fried. The texture and the temperature difference was like wild. It was so good. And for those that have never grilled avocados, do it.
Okay.
It reminded me a lot of that.
Yeah, I've never. Now I want to say that I do miss the old Taco Bell to me when they were good, like years and years.
I love
and years
how
ago.
Avant and I have these great recipes, and we go right back to
Hold
fucking
on.
exploding ass Taco Bell.
No, I'm not talking about the meat, but like the fucking chalupa, man. The chalupas were.
Again, the fight. Really, I knew it. I knew the chalupa was going to get fucking mentioned.
No, you guys are both crazy. The best taco at Taco Bell is the cheesy gordita crunch.
But I'm not
It's
saying
the
that's the best one. I like a street taco. You know, like the ones that pull up on the corner. That's probably my favorite. Like you said, I think corn gives you it's more authentic. I like the authentic stuff. Alex makes me eat them all the time. But I still love a good chalupa. Not the new. The chalupas are all stale now. Back in the day when they first came out, they were crispy. They were good. They're not like now. They're like soft, but it's still a chalupa.
You ever see those videos of people that open up a sewer line that has been opened up in a couple of years, and it's just like a solidified log of mud? Yeah, that's most
No.
people's ass after they eat that shit.
No, I agree, man. One time,
That's what happens to you.
You know, like the cheapest tacos you can get, just like a hard taco with the meat that's like barely there. I ate one like 10 years ago. I shit for 2 days, and I've never eaten there since. So I'm not a fan anymore, but I used to be. If you wanted to know about that time, the team anyway. Go to the next.
No.
The
Oh yeah,
next
absolutely. Because we asked, we totally wanted the skinny on that fucking detail. Yeah.
Next question is from Extreme Makeover Alderon. Favorite Christmas cookie?
Oh. Ooh.
How
Well,
many
that would have to be one that my wife makes, but I'll wait till everybody else answers.
How many kinds are there? I can think of like 2.
You're
there's
out of
a
your
lot.
fucking mind.
Like gingerbread and fucking sugar cookie.
Negative. You put green and red sprinkles on it. Any cookie is a fucking Christmas cookie.
Okay. I
I
guess.
gotta go with Logan. Like my wife is, she grew up with the whole concept of just making a literal mountain of cookies, and that had a completely different childhood. So the first time we were really together for a Christmas, and I was watching this process, it's just like the little child in me was just like,
Yeah,
she
my
hasn't done
wife.
it wrong.
Yep.
Like,
My wife
good
will
job.
make this dough in her mixer, and she'll mix it with peanut butter, and it'll be a nice, soft, doughy peanut butter mixture. And on top, she'll smush it in. She'll put a Hershey's Kiss, and God, fucking it. Either that or
You ever have it with a greasy cup?
yes, either that or the. I don't know how she does it. I don't ask because I don't want to know, because then I'd make it myself and I'd be 400 pounds. But she makes this batter and then like has this crunchy coating over it, and she calls them Oreo balls. And you got to keep them in the fridge, but holy fuck, dude. Like, my wife can bake. Like, yeah, so between the peanut butter cookie with the Hershey Kiss and the Oreo balls, they're both 50-50.
I guess I'll say a brookie with Christmas things put on top of it, because that makes it Christmassy, right?
Bob, at this point, after what you said, I'll see you just sucking on a candy cane at this point. I don't know what to say to you. What do you mean? There's only like 2 cookies. Motherfucker, I just baked some cookies. Really? Yeah, it's Christmas. Guess what? They're Christmas cookies.
Well, brookies then. They're my favorite.
So every Christmas, my mom makes these cookies called $Scoundrels. They're super, super thin. Like, I don't want to call them pie dough cookies, but it's a similar consistency. And then they have cinnamon and sugar sprinkled on them, and they're like super crunchy, especially around the edges. Delicious.
I got a question. Do you guys like your cookies crunchy?
Some of them,
It depends on the cookie.
yeah.
I
Some of them I
like
want them to be soft and chewy.
Butter Hershey Kiss ones that the wife makes, they're soft, and I like them that way. But she also does ginger snaps, and those have a snap, and those are shit. Forgot to mention those. Those are fucking phenomenal too.
I can't eat any cookie hard at all.
I think my second choice is probably a ginger snap.
I'm gonna be going to bed.
You can't eat it hard. Never mind.
Can't.
We're already X-rated.
It has to be soft starting out, anyways.
Logan's had too much bourbon tonight, I think, huh?
I know. Third or fourth bourbon in, my brain goes completely juvenile. I'm sorry. I can't have it hard. I feel like Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, he said hard.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
God damn it, you 2 little bastards have been whacking in my camper.
God damn it, Bobby. 6 a.m. and the boy still ain't right.
Wrong show, but same artist.
No, I know. That's why I was doing it.
Dollar, did you even answer this question?
Yes,
he did.
technically.
Oh, he
It's just whatever my wife makes because, honest to God, I don't have the capacity or the
That's
intelligence
right.
to make.
Okay.
So it's just like
Yep.
she makes a quickie, and I'm going to be a content husband.
Oh,
All right.
geez. All right, wrap up the questions.
Next question is from the one and only Avant Docs. Better booty, Bo Katan or Hera Syndulla?
Bo. Bo is the kind of woman that if you're with, you always say to her, you know, sweetheart, I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave. It's that simple.
I have a thing for Twi'leks, but dude,
You have a thing for Twilight?
for
What?
Twi'leks.
What? Shit?
but she was ugly as hell in Ahsoka. I'm sorry. Like I know
I
it's just
disagree. I'm Hera all the way.
I know it's just about her butt, but at the same time, I have to take into other accounts, and I'll have to say Bo. Like her makeup was terrible. Like I said, I love Twi'leks. Alex gets mad because I'm like, Alex, I need you to dress up like a Twi'lek for. And she,
Why are you looking at Hera Syndulla's makeup? Is what I want to know.
Yeah,
It was terribly done. I'm just as like a Star Wars fan watching the show. I thought Thrawn
oh
looked
my
bad.
God, you see her blush? It's not on right.
I didn't even know they showed her butt until the memes started coming around.
They didn't even get the foundation correct.
Yeah.
Oh my God, her mascara is absolutely terrible.
I'm a makeup kind of guy.
I was watching that show with my wife, and she was like, "Are they purposefully doing like wide-angle shots of her ass? Like, why are they doing that?"
And they always had her sidearm just kind of wobble as her ass
Yeah,
walked. You ever notice
Hera. It was like she was grabbing her holster, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, look at those high-waisted orange pants." Yeah. Dollar,
Honestly,
are you gonna bring us into a stalemate, or are you gonna be Team Bo?
I mean, it boils down to like, there's Hera, who was Ramona Flowers and is also Ewan McGregor's wife.
True.
Yeah, it's Kenobi's wife, man. I have
We
an
don't
issue
want to
with
piss
that.
off Kenobi. Yeah, I agree.
No, we learned that the hard way. But there's also, oh my God, I'm forgetting her character's name.
Katie
in
Sackhoff, get it?
But
Thank you, Bob.
Yeah, Katie Sackhoff. But I mean, she was in Battlestar Galactica, and now she's in The Mandalorian. And I can't honestly decide because there are high qualities to both. So unless for some reason they smush them together in the same, like if you imagine like Avengers Endgame where they got all the women together for that, push against Thanos, but for the butts. They need to do that. They must answer the question for us.
Maybe it's such a hard question because both their butts are just average. There was nothing that great about it.
Oh my
Wanda
God.
Maximoff can change my reality anytime she wants.
I am dumbfounded by that statement. Bones.
You say dumbfounded?
I am.
My wife's black, so I like bigger booties, okay? The
All right.
white chicks don't have a lot of butt.
Next question.
You haven't met my wife.
Next state. It's a statement. Drew says, "Don't forget Sabine's. We can forget Sabine's. Respectfully."
Yeah, she's kind of young. She's too young to be talking about her butt, I think.
And then he says,
And notice why I never mentioned Sabine because I'm like in my late 40s and that's kind of gross. So no.
then he says, "But like I said in chat, C-3PO is forever #1 Star Wars ass,"
He does. He got some
which is
thick.
hilarious.
He got some thick thighs too.
And here's your Star Wars fact: Anthony Daniels, only character to appear in all Star Wars movies, including Solo and Rogue One.
I have a question.
You still fit in that fucking suit.
Wasn't there news going around that he was dead at one point? I swore he died. I know
No,
he's
you're
not
thinking
dead. But
You're thinking of the guy who played Chewbacca.
no, I'm not. Because there was even fucking, like, they were making memes of Chewie and everyone who had died. and it was with Anthony Daniels, and they're thanking Anthony Daniels, and this is like a Berenstein Bear thing, the Mandela effect, because I remember this, and then he just starts appearing out of nowhere talking about how he enjoyed being in Ahsoka, but I'm a little crazy, so it was just probably something I dreamed.
Could be. Very well.
Here's our final question. It's from
All right.
Crafting Way. Crafting Way asks, "What's your Christmas Eve tradition? Hot chocolate by a fire, exchanging a gift, holiday dinner, etc. My family makes s'mores and hot chocolate while we let the kids open one present each. We save the Christmas meal for Christmas Day and just eat all day long."
Yeah, I mean that's how it used to be when I was a kid. Now that I have my own family, we kind of just chill, watch movies. I don't think we do the present thing. We might this year. We haven't discussed that yet, but nothing too crazy. But the next day we do the traditional thing. But it's mainly just hanging out with family and watching movies for me.
So currently, I mean, it's just my wife and me. We moved all the way to the other side of the country, so all of our real family is over in back on the East Coast, and we haven't really established any traditions yet. I think the general vibe is just relaxing, not doing anything relating to work. We might get food or we might make some lazy food, but there's a minimal amount of effort happening around our place. And I think that's semi-intentional after a long year.
Yeah, my kids are pretty much grown. I have a 16-year-old that lives with his mom in New York City. My son is on security detail at the embassy in Baghdad, Iraq, so he's overseas. My other daughter is 25. She's going to be in Ohio. My other daughter in her 20s. I will see her the next day. Christmas Eve is pretty much my wife and I, and we order out. That's what we do. We either order pizza and wings or Chinese food, and we will watch Elf and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and eat and hang out together. And then when we get tired, we'll go to bed because the next day will be madness visiting people. So that's it.
Those are my two favorite Christmas movies.
Yep. That and Bad. I love Bad Santa.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. My Christmas Eve tradition is something that started with my wife. We do either handmade pasta or some kind of seafood. And I'm kind of bending the rules this year, and I'm gonna do. I know this isn't our food segment, but braised short rib risotto.
Ooh,
That's what I'm making up.
Send some pictures of that.
Yeah, for sure. I will do that in the Discord.
Yeah, the risotto too, because that's very precise. That's a good dish.
Risotto is never really photogenic. It kind of looks like a pile of slop.
It does, but if it's done right, it's actually really good.
It tastes delicious. It's really
risotto's
really nice.
good.
Is that it?
So that'll do it.
JLA87 says, I usually work Christmas Eve. I'm sorry to hear that.
Dude, I used to work at Dollar General, and they made me do that shit. I don't know where you work, but...
Oh, and the wife will also want to watch a Peanuts Christmas special where, the tree fucking dies and, they bring it back to life.
It's funny you say that because I think I'm going to make my kids watch the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman.
I think you should, man. It keeps... I recommend any parent with small children have your kids watch it. It keeps those classics alive.
Yeah.
So
like
I
Frosty, all that stuff. I think every kid should watch that.
My kids are
Emmett
2.
Potter's Jug Band Christmas.
My kids are 2 and 5, and I enjoy reading the night before Christmas. That's like a holiday tradition.
That's awesome. Yep.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
And you know what, Avant? Cherish those moments, man. As somebody whose kids are much older, there is nothing happier as a parent than just sitting back and watching your kids wake up and look at underneath the tree and go absolutely drac fucking ape shit like that.
I'm pretty hyped. My daughter's 5, and it's going to be like pure excitement.
Yep. There's nothing better than them opening something that they really wanted and thinking it's Santa and doing it's. Are you leaving the cookies and a glass of milk?
We usually do cookies, milk, and then leave some carrots for the reindeer.
I was a dick. I always told the kids I think Santa would rather have an ice cold beer.
Have you guys?
You just
Have you ever
just
watched?
dump the milk out and get yourself a beer.
Hey, a movie I just found out was Fred Claus. Have you ever watched that with Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, that's with Vince Vaughn and Paul Giamatti, and
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn is like the younger brother of Santa.
Yeah, it's really good. I just
Yeah.
watched it for the first time this year. I think I'm adding it to
I
it.
don't think I've seen it yet, but I caught like a part of it and was like, no shit, I gotta sit at home and watch this at some point.
It's a wonderful movie, man. It's funny.
What?
It's got a good story to it. It's great.
I know, Bob, you already kind of said something. What is everybody's favorite Christmas movie? Because this is the episode before Christmas, so let's do it. What is everybody's favorite Christmas movie? And anyone in the chat, please let us know what your favorite Christmas movie is.
That's so hard though because they're all
It
even.
is.
There's like 5 that are even. You know, there's a bunch that you have to watch. You know what I mean? I don't know. I would say the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation or whatever it's called.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because that's my wife's favorite. So it was my family's favorite. It's my wife's family's favorite. So yeah, I would go with that.
All right,
I really like Home Alone.
Yeah, that's
You know what? I never watched that, and I brought it up recently, and my wife said she couldn't do it because she said she thinks that when she was a kid, she watched it too much, and it like desensitized her to it. But I will say, one of my favorite Christmas movies, probably on the top, and my wife and I debate this all the time because she says it's not a Christmas movie, and I disagree.
I knew you were gonna go here.
Die Hard.
everyone in the
It
chat.
is not Christmas.
Yeah.
It is not Christmas until Hans Gruber is thrown off the top of Nakatomi Tower.
Yeah, everyone.
Right,
in the-
David? See? She just said no. She will not agree.
Everyone in the chat
You know
was going,
why?
I'm surprised you don't
Because
watch
on
that.
the roast of Bruce Willis, that motherfucker went on stage in front of a mic of a national audience and said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I don't
did.
care that he starred in it. It happens on Christmas Eve. There's Christmas music. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. It's a fucking Christmas movie. Stop it.
So there's another one, and I don't know if Alex is in here. I don't remember what it's called, but it's got the guy who plays Falcon in MCU. It's got Seth Rogen, and it's got fucking...
Anthony Mackie was in a movie with Seth.
Yeah, it's a Christmas, and they're like there's a secret Christmas party that happens every year, and they're trying to get tickets to it or trying. Obviously, you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but I'll send it to you guys in Discord. You have to watch it. It's a great movie. I don't remember what it's called though.
Common, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, I can't decide between one. Honestly, I've got two, and they're big. It's because they both creep me out at different points in my life. So the one that creeped me out when I was a kid was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it's because I was petrified of the abominable snowman. Like that thing terrified me.
Fair. That's fair.
The roar
Yeah.
and everything. It was just, nope, not about it.
Fair.
And as an adult, the Krampus movie, specifically the Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
I've not seen Krampus.
I like Krampus. It was pretty good.
Like I just remember if you've never seen it, I'm gonna spoil us a quick second of it. There's a scene where most of the people they go up into the attic because they're looking for something or they're looking for somebody and they hear this weird noise. They're shining the flashlight all around and they get it on this Jack in the Box, but it's the size of like I don't know an anaconda essentially, and it's just shoving one of the children down head first, and it's just like using its mitts to push the feet down into the bottom of its mouth, and then just looks at the people, and it's just like it roars at them in this weird, like, strange roar, and I'm just like, that shit's gonna give me nightmares as an adult. I need to watch something else.
Real quick, guys, look at the screen. This is
No, so I was just about to say in the chat we have one person said Die Hard, somebody else said Family Man. We have A Nightmare Before Christmas. Rudolph is my favorite. Bad Santa. Um, Violent Night. I mean,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I'm more of a want to feel good movie. I mean, Violent Night isn't that new?
yeah, it's got the guy who played the Red Guardian. He's also in
Yeah,
Stranger
and
Things.
he was also in Stranger Things. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Krampus.
Seth Rogen is ridiculous.
So yes, listen, you guys. The Night Before, go check it out. Great movie. I need to watch that actually this year. My wife put it on, but great movie.
All right, folks. Well, I think that's about a wrap. So, before we sign off, we want to thank CommanDollar for coming on. Thank you, man. Always a pleasure. And final thoughts from the panel to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and then we will wrap it up.
Yeah, I love all of you guys dearly, my co-hosts and everyone who comes with us every week and hangs out with us. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful Christmas. I think Swugga did pretty good, leaving us with a couple cool characters for Christmas to get us through to next year. Hopefully, I think we still have another show before the new year, so we can go all into that stuff. But
Yeah, no, we got one before the New Year. Yep.
But with that being said, I love you all dearly. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and yeah, Bon.
Yeah, thanks to CommanDollar for jumping on and hanging out tonight. You never know what to expect in the Cantina, so
That's right.
and happy holidays to all of our listeners and viewers out there. We appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys very much for having me on this as well. It was definitely a great Swogo year, and my one last piece of advice and nugget of enthusiastic wisdom to you all is Relic 9 your mace window.
Dollar.
I'll work on that.
Yeah, I guarantee he'll get off here and R9 it just for you.
No, I will not.
This party is over.
Nope.
Yep, Dollar, I appreciate it, man.
Yep.
All right, guys, before we go, let's raid somebody. So, who are we raiding? Anybody on Twitch?
Who's available?
I'm getting on Twitch.
We are the only Swigo creators right now, so
Does that usually mean Urs then? Do you see Urs?
Yeah.
anywhere?
I don't think Urs is on.
Oh my God, there's nothing. Okay, well, I guess we won't.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. All right, with that being said, love you all dearly. You
All
guys have a good Christmas.
Yep. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you for hanging out at the Cantina. Stay tuned for next week. We're going to try to get multiple guests on to kind of kick off the new year and what people are going to expect in the next year of Swigo. So stay tuned for that. Again, as more characters come out, and I will try to do more level ups and all that shit. But thank you for hanging out. Love all you guys. Everyone have a safe and Merry Christmas. Hug your family. Be kind. What was it Paul always said? Be kind to each other, damn it. And hit the fucking button, for Christ's sake.
I don't think you said that part.
Money. Jesus Christ.
And Merry Christmas, you filthy bastards, or whatever that one kid said.
You dirty animal.
You filthy animals.
Merry Christmas, you
Filthy
filthy animals.
I like you filthy bastards better. Anyways,
Jesus,
we're out.
how many quotes are we going to screw up in a matter of 30 seconds?
I think quite a few.
Okay, guys, we're officially out of here. You guys have a good night. Peace.
Night.